following is a special presentation of Friendswood High School Mustang football and MCS Sports. And now, the voice of the Mustangs, Kirk Lowe and Josh Fritz.
And welcome into Henry Winston Stadium. It is Friday night in November, and that means one thing. It's another season of football here. We are in the playoff season here. Friendswood Mustangs, who've come in with the final record in the regular season of 8-2, they are going to face off tonight here at home versus the visiting Kingwood Park Panthers, who come in with a season record of 6-4. Kingwood Park, third straight year in the playoffs, never gotten out of the first round. For Friendswood, it's the first year back after a 1-year absence. And I believe before that is 12 straight. As always, I'm Kirk Lowe. I will be joined later this evening by Josh Fritz. Josh will be joining us a little bit late this evening. We got a lot of things going on here with Friendswood. Besides this game, we also have the Friendswood volleyball team playing in the regional semifinals this evening, and we will have updates throughout this ball game as well for that. We are 4 minutes and 29 seconds away from kickoff. Both teams are now coming on the field, lining up in front of their respective tunnels. We will have the national anthem, and then we'll get this thing kicked off. And, folks, I'm going to go and tell you, this can be a good one tonight. The winner of this game will play next Saturday night at 6 o'clock at NRG Stadium versus Cedar Park. Cedar Park came in last night, put a whooping on McCallum, 49-10. Cedar Park, 49-10. And they're ready to make their trip to Houston next Saturday night to play the winner of this game at 6 o'clock again at NRG. If you've been following us all year, you know these Friendswood Mustangs have had an outstanding season. 5-2 in district, 8-2 on the season. Had the leading receiver in the district, Christian Lee. Well, let me take that back. Second leading receiver, except the fact that he missed 6 of the 10 games. You also had Luke Garden, of course, as the cog leading the Mustangs, and the teams are coming on the field. Friendswood, I don't think we've seen this uniform combination this year. The blue pants, the black jerseys, the black helmets. I like it. There's the Friendswood flag. Kingwood Park coming out in their all whites with the green trim and the green numbers. Kingwood Park head coach of Kingwood Park is Clayton Maple. They are out of 9-5A, District 9-5A. Winner of that district was New Caney. Porter in second place. Kingwood Park third. Port Arthur Memorial finished fourth in that district. Kingwood Park is going to be led tonight by Hudson Dazell, the junior quarterback. Had a great season, but he's not seen a defense, and I may be a little biased, seen a defense like these Friendswood Mustangs defenders. You know, you've been listening to us all year. You know what they can do, and they're looking forward to doing it one more game. That's a senior-heavy group right there. They are still a little disappointed from last week's effort versus Angleton, that 1-point loss, and they're going to get a chance to redeem themselves. Right now, we're going to hear the national anthem by the Friendswood Band, and they'll be back here for kickoff. And that was the Friendswood Band with the national anthem. We'll have the meeting on the middle of the field with your captains tonight. We'll see who
Kingwood Park brings out. In just under a minute here before the kickoff. For Friendswood, captains, as been all year, you have Christian Lee, Connor Haynes, Ryan Helton, and Dane Roney. Looks like Kingwood Park is going to come out with Kyle Maple. And also going to have number 36, Christian Lear, as well. And one young man on crutches. You hate to see that. Again, Friendswood in their blue pants, black jerseys, black numbers with a white trim. So you got that nice white outline. And then you have the black helmets. Again, Kingwood Park in their white jerseys, white pants, white helmet, and their green numbers. The officials are at midfield. The toss is made. And the call. Friendswood has won the toss. They will decline. They will kick off, and Kingwood Park will get the first chance in this 2019 state playoffs. And again, guys, if you love high school football, this is the time of year. Besides the very first game of the season, I don't know if I get more excited. This is playoff time. It's win or go home. Every team in the state of Texas will be done within 6 weeks. It's win in that 6 weeks time period. Will you put your pads up? Maybe most of these guys on seniors for the last time ever. And again, if you just joined us, the winner of this ball game will face Cedar Park next Saturday night at NRG Stadium, 6 o'clock kickoff. And, of course, hopefully you can hear that game right here on MCS Sports, because that means your Friendswood Mustangs are there at NRG. We'll go through some of the comparisons here throughout the ball game. And, again, we'll also give you some updates throughout the night of the volleyball game. I'm joined right now on the field by Cody Hobbs. Cody, looks cold down there.
It is super cold, like really cold.
Cody, how's the crowd doing? We're getting ready to kick off.
It is great. Student section is great. The parents that are here are great.
That's awesome.
Great football atmosphere.
Cody, it's going to be great. We're going to come down to you in a little bit. We're ready to kick off. Again, we'll hear a lot from Cody Hobbs this evening. And the kick is off, and we are underway. That ball goes back to the 3-yard line, return to the 5, 10, 15. Trying to get outside, does not, to about the 18-yard line is where Kingwood Park will set up their first possession of this ball game. Kingwood Park led by quarterback Hudson Dizelle. Dizelle, not the biggest quarterback you're ever going to see, but one of the toughest. Takes many a player to bring that young man down. He's been a leader for this team all season, just a junior. We'll see now what he can do with this Kingwood Park offense. Kingwood Park moving left to right on your computer screen. Trips formation to the right side. Man in motion is Adrian. One back with Dizelle. Now we've got a doubles formation. Dizelle, quick pass out, caught. Nice little move. Maybe you get about 5 yards on that reception. Actually, maybe about 3. That's number 4, Kane and Adrian on the reception. Second down now and 7 for the Kingwood Park Panthers. Ball spotted now on the Panther 21-yard line. Trips formation right side. Dizelle claps it back. Handoff around the left side. Got some room. That's going to be enough for a first down. And that's the first run of the game from number 20, Brandon Acosta. Brandon Acosta has been their leading rusher this season. And that's 2 plays and a first down for the Panthers. Ball's on the Friendswood 32-yard line, doubles formation. Acosta behind Dizelle. Dizelle back to pass. Quick pass, caught. Makes a nice little move. Looked like number 8 on that reception. That's going to be Grayson Adrian, Kanan's younger brother. We've got the Adrian brothers, a senior and a sophomore, I do believe. That's enough for 8. Bring up a second and a long 2. Doubles formation. DeZelle, handoff, Acosta, up the middle. First real good stop by the Friendswood defense. He's going to gain maybe about a yard and a half. They're going to give him 2. It's going to bring him now a 3rd down and short. 3rd and a little bit less than 1. DeZelle quickly. DeZelle up the middle, follows Acosta's block. That's a nice, well, now we're going to get the spot back. Had a spot, gave him the first. Now it's going to be right at the marker. And that will be enough for a Kingwood Park first down. Kingwood Park, quick drive here, moving quickly. Ball's on the 43-yard line. New set of downs just underway here. 10-12 left here in the first quarter from Henry Winston Stadium. Adrian, little move back there in the backfield. Acosta, nowhere to go. He is brought down. Saw Helton. See who else we got. And then we got Helton, and you got a crew in there. Look like Reyes as well. Yep, 9:49. Here they go, already bringing the snap. 9:49 left here, 2nd down and 8. Doubles formation. Acosta offset to DeZelle's left. DeZelle, fakes one, looking for it all. Got a man, that is caught. What a catch. It's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. That's going to be number 10, Jakyle Martin on the reception. DeZelle, tough runner, nice arm as well. Quick strike for the Panthers, and they are now set up just at the 20-yard line of Friendswood, 1st and 10. Just underway here in the first quarter, 9:20 left. Acosta, handoff, right side, trying to find some running room. He's not going to find a lot. That Friendswood defensive line, again, Ryan Helton in there, making his presence felt early. Also, Matthew Reyes in there as well. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers. 8:54 left here in the first. Twin receivers to the right side. Got a little tight sniffer fullback out here on the left. DeZelle up, motion. Now it's going to give it to Acosta. They faked the end around, got it to Acosta. Nice run by Acosta. He's going to get about 5 on that. Going to bring him down to the Friendswood 16-yard line. 3rd and 4 now for the Panthers. Friendswood fans here a little surprised. They thought they'd come in here and home field advantage. Now they're on their feet. Get this thing going. Twin receivers the right side. Got a wing on the left and a receiver to the left. Kingwood Park moving left to right. Adrian, motion, Acosta up the middle. No, that's not going to be Acosta. That's now going to be Juan Garcia, on the run up the middle, and that looks like enough for a first. That's going to be short. Oh, that's tight. 4th and maybe a half yard. 7:42 left here in the first. Kingwood Park's going to go for it on 4th down. Is DeZelle going to keep it? DeZelle looking for some running room. No, he does not go nowhere. He is brought down. That was Jackson Stevens with the first hit. Dane Roney in there as well. Look at DeZelle trying to make something on his own on the left side. Thought he had a little hole in right kind of in that left tackle spot. Tried to go outside the tackle, and Stevens and Roney would have none of it. Huge play by the Friendswood defense as they stopped that drive. Kingwood Park, beautiful drive to start the game, but come up with nothing. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 12, moving right to left on your computer screen. Trips formation, quick pass, Dawson Johnson complete, makes a move, gets up the field, goes about to just past the 20-yard line, maybe right to the 20-yard line, about a 7-yard gain. Little first strike from Gurdon to Johnson. Johnson, 2nd leading receiver on the Mustangs this season. Double tight formation now for the Mustangs. Palitz, handoff right side, got some running room, 25-30. There he goes, enough for a first down. Beautiful run. Noah Palitz gets to the 37-yard line. New set of downs here for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 Ball is on the Friendswood 37-yard line. Again, feel free to chat us up tonight. Miss Nelson, thanks for joining us as always. We know we can count on your support. Thanks everyone for listening tonight. Noah Palis, right side, cuts it up the middle. That'd be about a 5-yard gain. Palis not looking to go too much east-west. He's going to go a little more north-south. That's going to bring up a good 5 for him. It's the 2nd and 5 now for the Mustangs. Looks like Kovacevic comes out of the ball game. Doubles formation. Ball's on the right high, spotted on the 42-yard line of Friendswood. Friendswood's first drive of the game. Gurdon, quick pass out. Palis, needed a block, didn't get it. He's going to lose 1, maybe 2 on that play. Need to get that block from, it looked like Dawson Johnson just missed that one. 6:07 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Friendswood, first drive of the ball game for them. Kingwood Park, theirs came up short. Gurdon, pass out. Just missed. Noah Palis had his hands on it. That's going to bring up a 4th and 6, and our first punting opportunity here for the Mustangs. Of course, Gurdon does the punting duties for Friendswood. Gurdon leads the district this year in punting with a 35-yard average. Longest of the season for Luke was a 54-yard boomer early this season. Ball spotted at the Friendswood 41-yard line. Going to have 2 returners back for Kingwood Park. 5:49 left here in the first quarter. Gurdon gets a boomer. We're gonna have a flag right there. Look like number 23 for Kingwood Park. That was Christian Smith coming up the field, that one, and he takes a shot from a Friendswood defender. Didn't get a chance to catch that ball, and that will give Kingwood Park fairly good field position here to start the second drive of the ball game. Now, Coach Kuhlman's going to have some words. We do have a discussion on the field. See what the final call is. The flag was thrown. Yet, well, we can see now they are waving that one off right there. So there is no penalty on that. There was definitely contact. Don't know if he got blocked into him. Not sure on that. We don't have the instant replay here. But regardless, after the conference, the officials have waved off the flag. Coach Maple for Kingwood Park definitely would like some explanations. He can get it right now. Again, I'm just speculating on what, if maybe he was blocked in, not sure, but regardless, it is a 1st and 10 now for Kingwood Park. Ball is spotted on their own 29-yard line. Only 5:42 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Again, we'll update you on the volleyball game a little bit. Also give you other playoff scores. There's a quad set now for Kingwood Park. Pass is caught. Still on his feet, trying to strip it out. Gets a first down. Number 13, John Golden on the reception. Friendswood defenders just trying to rip the ball out. Need to make that tackle instead. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now on the 41-yard line for Kingwood Park. Again, Kingwood Park's first drive of the game went about 70 yards. Ended, though, on a 4th and short as they were dropped for the loss by Stevens and Roning. But they did move the ball well. Little end around now. It's going to be a keeper this time by the quarterback, Dazelle. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain for Hudson Dazelle. Ball is spotted now on the Kingwood Park 44-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Just under 5 minutes left here from Henry Winston Stadium here. First round of the Texas 5A D1 playoffs. Cedar Park is waiting for the winner of this ball game. Doubles formation. Dazelle, quick pass. Adrian. Kanan Adrian caught right at midfield. Going to bring about a yard short. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 now for Kingwood Park. So far on these short ones, we've seen Dazelle with the keeper. Does have Brandon Acosta in with him at tailback. Dizelle going under center. Nope, now he's back in the gun. Trips formation left side, single receiver to the right. Dizelle barks it out. Dizelle on the keeper, left side. He's going to hit a wall. He's not going to get a yard. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That play was very similar to what we saw on the 4th and inches play before. That went nowhere, and neither did this one. And decision time again for Coach Maple. This time he is going to bring the punting unit on. Ball spotted right at midfield. Connor Haynes going back to return the kick. Coach has already told him, let it go over your head. If it's behind you, let that thing go. 4:01. Now just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Good snap. Kick is off. That's a high, booming kick. Fair caught at the 15-yard line for Friendswood. We'll take a quick break here. Actually, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll shoot it down to Cody. Cody. So far, I feel like the Friendswood fans a little surprised the way this thing's going.
They're definitely surprised. They did not expect for them to come out and stop them.
No, absolutely. I think these Friendswood fans have kind of been, when you're the higher seed, you got a home game, you have some expectation. You can't overlook anybody in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Cody, thanks a lot. We'll be back to you shortly. 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. Run is going to be, I don't know if that's Tomko or not. We'll get a number here in a second. That is Noah Paylor still in the ball game. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 now as he gets the ball up to the 20, right near the 24-yard line. Friendswood's first drive ended with a garden punt. Payless handoff left side, trying to get outside. He cannot. He's brought down by Christian Lear, one of the leaders of this defense, senior linebacker. So it is a 3rd down and 1 now for the Mustangs. Again, Friendswood moving right to left. On your computer monitor, they're in their blue, Mustang blue pants, black jerseys, black helmets. Both these teams looking to go the 2nd round, play at NRG next Saturday. Handoff up the middle. There he goes, 30, 35, 40. Keep going, 50, 40. Brought down. That is Noah Payless. Boy, Payless is running hard tonight. That is going to be spotted out at the 33-yard line of the Panthers. First big play of the game for your Mustangs, Noah Payless. Beautiful run by that young man. And they are now in Panther territory at the 33-yard line. Just found a seam on that left side, and off he went. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball is on the 33-yard line. Trips to the right. Tomko in to block. Pass across the middle. Caught. Brought down at the 17-yard line. That is going to be number 3, Matthew Kovacevic. Gurdon with a strike across the middle. Sets him up now inside that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone, just outside the 17-yard line. 0-0 is our score. Trips formation, trying to run that clock. There they go. Handoff. Payless making it. That's Tomko in the ball game. Tomko 10, 5, hurdles 1, out of bounds. Another say he's out of bounds to the 6. Did hurdle 1. Tomko looking shifty right there. Ball is spotted at the 6-yard line. Friendswood now knocking at the door. Gurdon, Tomko to the right. Looking for the play call. Single receiver to the right. Single receiver to the left. Double tight formation. Gurdon barks it out. Got the ball. Tomko, handoff at the middle. Joey Tomko. Touchdown, Joey Tomko for your Mustangs. Friendswood goes on top, 6-0, first score of this ball game. 1:44 left here to play in the first quarter. Friendswood on the board. And as great a passer as Luke Gurdon is, they have been using the feet tonight of Payless and Tomko. Payless with a big run on that drive to get him into Panther territory. Tomko putting the hammer down to put it in for 6. Extra point. Down, extra point, up, extra point, good. Friendswood on top, 7-0. Cody, you gotta have a little better sense down there. The Friendswood fans seem like they're excited now.
Of course, after that Tomko score. If you don't mind me telling a little story real quick.
Please do.
So last year I played a JV football, and Tomko ran for me, and he did that every game last year. So it's nothing new.
So you're saying you're used to seeing that?
Exactly.
Oh man, well I'll tell you what, Cody, I hope we see a few more of those tonight. Man, that was outstanding run by Joey Tomko and outstanding running by Noah Palis. I mean, Noah Palis has done a great job tonight. Actually, look, to me, what I've seen this year out of Noah Palis, got the speed, no doubt, but he is really putting his shoulder down too tonight, trying to get that extra yardage. It's almost like he knows, again, it's do or die season right now for the Friendswood Mustangs, for both these teams, and you can tell that young man wants it. Also had a nice strike from Luke Gurdon to Matthew Kovacevic in there as well. Friendswood on top, 7-0. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Kingwood Park done a nice job tonight, just can't put that ball in the end zone. They've got some yards. Just got to find a way now to finish some of those drives. This kick goes into the end zone. It will be brought back. And Kingwood Park will start this one now on their own 25-yard line. Again, thanks everyone for listening in tonight. Jenna Crossan, Tony Ford, Donna Nelson, thank y'all so much. We got a great crowd listening in already. For those of y'all that are new, because it's playoff season, hey, chat us up anytime. Bob Palis, thank you so much for listening. Yes, Noah, great game so far. Would love to see about 3 more quarters of that, and I expect that tonight. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Kingwood Park starting this drive from their own 25-yard line. Trips formation, left side. Pass, just a toss-up out of bounds by Dazelle. Great coverage that time by the Friendswood defenders. You got Connor Haynes. You've got Bryant Wade, of course, Trey Mapp. Having just a great season. All of them, and also Luke Sanchez. We'll not forget Mr. Sanchez. The great job he has done this season. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. Second down and 10. Little end around. That's going to be Adrian. Trying to find some running room goes Kanan Adrian. Going to give him about 8. Now they're going to say, oh, okay. We had 2 different spots. Now it goes back to a 5-yard gain as the official here on the side saw him go out of bounds right at the 30. Third down and 5 now for the Kingwood Park Panthers. Third place finisher in District 9-5A. Facing your second place Friendswood Mustangs. Got a little trips formation way to the edge of the sideline, all bunched up. Got 2 more receivers to the left side. Interesting formation. Oh my gosh, that's incomplete. Miscommunication. That was a pick 6 from Connor Haynes. And just dropped it. I mean, there was not a receiver within 5 yards. They all ran to go. I think they were all looking to block. One man who needed to stay back did not. And the intended receiver was Connor Haynes. And I think Haynes was just shocked, to be completely honest with you. I know I am.
Substitution penalty. An eligible man downfield. That penalty is declined.
An eligible man downfield on a quick. That's a quick lineman right there. But regardless, it will now be 4th down and 5 for the Kingwood Park Panthers. Again, if you're just joining us, you're wondering, where the heck is Josh Fritz? Josh Fritz will be joining us later. Again, lots of things going on tonight here in FISD. We got basketball games. We got the Friendswood volleyball game, and we'll give you an update, hopefully, of that here at the end of the first quarter as they are in the regional. They're working their way to that regional finals, getting ready, hopefully, for a trip to state. 1:28 left here in the first quarter. Kingwood Park will punt. The punt is off, and it is going to hit at the 35. Going to roll down. Nice Kingwood Park bounce out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Friendswood will start their third drive of the ball game here at their own 21. If you're a Friendswood Mustang fan, you got to like what you saw that last drive and hope that now continues. We're going to see if we have an update from the volleyball game right now. Don't know if we do. We are doing our best to. 7-7. First set 7-7 right now. That's Jacob LaRue with the updates. All right, here we go. Ball, 21-yard line, moving right to left. That's going to be Palitz on the right side. He's going to be brought down for a loss of about 3. Just nowhere to run for Mr. Palitz on that play. It's going to be a second down now and 13. But Kovacevic comes out. Dawson Johnson comes back in. Friendswood is on their own 18-yard line. Just under 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Mustangs up 7-0. Gurdon looking to run. 15. Spins out of 1. 20. Gets to about the 24-yard line. Nice job by Luke Gurdon to evade the sack number 1. Then to get a few extra yards. It's going to bring up a third down and about 8. One man we have not seen so far tonight is our leading receiver here on this season, Christian Lee, not been targeted yet. Do expect to see him very soon. Gurdon all by his lonesome in the backfield, empty set. See McCabe, we've got Dawson Johnson here on the left side. See what Gurdon does here. Gurdon back to pass, rolling to his right, under pressure. Now unloads a pass across the middle. That's caught. 45-yard line, brought down at the 47, and there he is. I asked for him, and I got him, Christian Lee. I know what I'm doing up here, and that's going to end the first quarter. The score right now is Friendswood Mustangs 7, Kingwood Park 0. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here to Henry Winston Stadium, where the score is Friendswood 7, Kingwood Park 0, just underway here in the second quarter. Got a Sandy Cox. Make sure you appreciate you listening tonight, and I'm glad you like my enthusiasm. I'm excited. It's a great time of year. What can I say? And Jacob Blair, thanks for listening. Jacob Blair, this is Kirk Lowe on the mic. I know you know who I am. Thanks for listening tonight. Appreciate you listening as always. And again, I expect to have Josh Fritz back here at halftime to help me out, so when I start losing my voice, he can pick me up. Second down and 10, pass incomplete from Luke Gurdon. We're going to have now a second down and 10, doubles formation for Gurdon. Friendswood now moving left to right on your computer monitor. Ball is spotted on their 47-yard line. Joey Tomko in at tailback. Tomko with the run. He goes to the middle. He bounces to the left side, trying to get out of bounds. Oh, he's tripped up and he fought for more yardage than he got, about 3. He broke a lot of tackles and drug some defenders getting that 3. Nice run by Mr. Tomko. Third down now and about 7, just outside midfield for the Mustangs. Again, winner of this ball game will face Cedar Park Saturday night, 6 o'clock at NRG. Friendswood right now in the driver's seat, just up those 7-0. Empty backfield for Gurdon, looking to get a first down here. Last time he had a long one, he found Christian Lee, and I just asked for him, and lo and behold, those y'all want to know where the melodic tunings of Josh Fritz's voice are. he has just joined us, I'm going to let him warm up those vocal cords and clue him into what's going on. It's been a good one so far, and I hope the basketball game was good too. But right now, this is a perfect time as he'll transition in. It's 11:08 left here in half. 7 for the Mustangs, 0 for the Panthers. 3rd down and 7 coming up right at midfield. And Josh Fritz, welcome.
Thank you, Kirk. I'm here.
Oh, my gosh, man, my heart rate's just gone down a little bit.
Your vocal cords are tired, I'm sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, how was the basketball game?
The basketball game was good. The boys played hard, and they played hard.
That's we're going to leave it at that. Thank you.
Varsity still has a game tonight. They're still playing there in Pearland, and we'll see how they finish up as the night goes on.
Absolutely. Well, again, we're also, like I said, we're going to get some volleyball scores as well. So right now it is Friendswood, 3rd and 7. Gurdon back to pass. Oh, he's got a man caught. 37-35.
Number 15, Patrick
That was number
Elizondo.
15. Elizondo's first reception of the ball game, Mr. Elizondo. Gurdon's done a good job today. He's got Kovacevic. He's had Lee. He's now gone to Elizondo. And, of course, the running so far from Palis and Tomko. Friendswood's offense, if you listen to us all year, you know they have options. Now run around the right side. That's going to be – that looked like Jared Veach, and that's Jared Veach.
It is.
You can tell by the way he runs. His head's down immediately. He's going to get yardage, and he just pops the first down like Cool Hand Luke himself right there. Gets inside that hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Friendswood now sets up shop on the 19, looking to put a little distance between themselves and the Panthers. Doubles formation. Gurdon back to pass. Oh, that ball was just low. Looking like, is that McCabe right there or?
Looked like he's going for Christian Lee.
That
number
was Lee,
6.
sure was. Those single digits in those dark jerseys, they don't make it easy on an old man.
Yeah, I was listening to the game on the way up here, Kirk, and you're right about Paylitz. He has had a great year. Obviously, a great game. They're not running hard. Appreciate the intensity he's putting out tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He really is running, to me, harder than he has all season, and he's run hard all year. 2nd down and 10. He just found another level. Gurdon, handoff, Veach. Veach up the middle, 10. Oh, he's down at the 5-yard line. Veach was sniffing that goal line.
That was a huge hole there on the side by the Friendswood offensive line. Great job by those young men. We've talked about them all year. Opened up a hole I think I could drive my car through.
Absolutely.
And Veach just smashed the hole. Great job.
Those of y'all asking for a video stream, there is not a video stream of this ball game. UIO rules preclude us of doing that. And I wish you could see what we're seeing if you're not here. It's so far so good for the Friendswood Mustangs. I'm sorry you just have to listen to us. Oh, there's a little movement right there. Look at the left side of the line. A little jumpy.
And, that's the bummer when they play so well all night, all game, the half. They've had a great year. One little mistake, it looks like they've messed up a lot. They really haven't. Had a great year. I'd like to see what the penalties are on the offensive line. Very, very minimal this year, in my opinion. I'm proud of those boys, how hard they've worked.
They've really grown up, for sure. I know that was a concern at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. And they have done just an outstanding job. 10:05 remain left here in the first half. Friendswood knocking on the door after that penalty. Back to the 12. Gurdon back to pass. Still looking. Still, he's going to have a man. No, he's going to try to keep it on his own. 10-5. Look at Luke Gurdon putting his head down.
Absolutely. It took about 6.
Yes, he did.
6 guys to take him down. We went to check down. He had plenty of time there in the backfield. Check down to a 2nd, 3rd receiver and decided, you know what, I think I got a little lane. I'm trying to get me some yards out of that. Good job by Luke.
Excuse me now, that's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 7, just outside the 7-yard line. We'll make it 8. Twin receivers to the right side. Single receiver to the left. Gurdon. See who that is in the backfield. We'll get a number here in a second. No, it's going to be Gurdon with the pass. Oh, he's got Noah Palance wide open.
Yes.
Touchdown, Friendswood. Noah Palance, you might want to cover him. He is all alone in the back of the end zone, just squirted out of the backfield. And that's 13 for your Mustangs. Extra point pending.
Yeah, Kingwood Park did not account for him in the back foot at all, Kirk. He just squirted right out, almost a little gut route, cut it out to his left, and there's about within 10 yards of him.
No, there really was not.
Yeah, the defense just didn't account for Gurdon coming out of the backfield. For Payless coming out of the backfield. So, nice play. Way to find him there. Cool hand, Luke.
13-0. Extra point pending. Kick is up. Kick is good. Cody Hobbs, you're down there. You got a lot better view of that than we did. How did that look from your vantage point?
It looked great. Even I could see Noah wide open in the end zone.
Oh, no, that was outstanding, Cody.
Yeah. How many times you said Gurn to Palitz this year? Probably a lot, right?
More than once or twice for sure. Well, I'll tell you what now, man. I tell you what, the crowd's getting into it, the band's getting into it. Friendswood's up 14-0 right now. We're going to also see if we can get a little update here from the volleyball game. 21 for Friendswood, 17 for Leander Rouse Raiders, still in set one. The Lady Mustangs are on top. We'll see if we can't get that win as well tonight. Both teams looking to advance in the playoffs. And Coach, isn't there so much of a difference with a 7-point lead and a 14?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it
makes it. Well, we saw last week you only got a 1-point lead, and then penalty here and there, some things like that happen, and gave Friendswood the loss. But they come out today sharp. I think the coaches obviously coached them up and said, every day, every week, we got to finish Saturday being 1-0. Records out the window.
Absolutely.
Now he dropped the kickoff.
And he's going to get it to the 5 after the 10. Going to run down to the 15-yard line. That ball was bobbled, but he does recover it and gets to the 16-yard line. Not great field position for the Panthers. Friendswood defense has been playing better every series. See if that now can continue as Friendswood offense has kind of found their rhythm now. What a great mix tonight with the run and the pass game. A little bit, we'll see the stats in halftime. But right now, it's about 50-50 on the play calling. They're putting Kingwood Park on their heels, and it's showing as right now Friendswood's offense can really do no wrong. Here comes Dazelle leading the Panthers. Trips formation. Dazelle being pressured. Now he's going to try to run. He's going to get about a yard or two. Got tripped up. You saw Reyes in there on the trip. Dazelle, though, with a nice, again, Dazelle, he's a tough one. Not a tall quarterback, not your prototypical, about 5'9", 5'10". Doesn't mind tucking his head and running. 2nd down and 7 now. Trips formation again to the left side. Adrian now in motion, then comes back. He's got a handoff, and that is going to go nowhere. That's going to be Acosta on the run.
Jackson Stevens, 35, getting in there from his linebacker spot to make that tackle.
Jackson Stevens, again, if you missed it earlier, had one of the plays of the game on that first drive, 4th down and 1, and shut it down. And that gave the Friendswood team as a whole so much momentum here early in this ball game. 8:09 left here in the first quarter. Mustangs on top, 14-0. Dazelle back to pass, rolls to his right, pressured, and he's got a man caught for a first down. Number 23, Christian Smith. And I'll shoot, that is 13, John Golden on the reception. Just enough for a first down for the Panthers. Dazelle did a nice job. He was really pressured of handling that pressure. Trips formation, left side. Ooh, Dazelle wasn't ready. Got the snap. Dazelle just throws it up top. That ball is incomplete. Are we going to see a flag? There's the flag. Coach Maples was begging for it, and he got it. I don't think the defender turned around. It was face mask to face mask with the receiver.
Yeah, as Broadway, number 16, he was stride for stride with the receiver. Probably if he had turned his head just a little bit, acting like he's going for the ball. I guess it is a PI. But,
well, I'm not arguing the call, just the timing of the call. But that's it is what it is on that, and so that will be now another first down for the Kingwood Park Panthers. And again, Kingwood Park has been able to move the ball on this Friendswood defense. Of course, nothing to show for it, but they have had some good plays. Twin formation to the right, single receiver to the left. Dazelle fakes the end around on the keeper. Nowhere to go at the middle.
Stiller, number 8.
Give him 1 yard on that carry. Maybe should have gone the end around to Adrian. 2nd down now and 9. 14-0 is our score. 7:23 left here in this one. 45-yard line. Again, thank y'all so much. Getting a lot of great listeners in tonight. Again, Jacob Blair, thank you so much for listening. Marshall Odom, appreciate you listening. Glad we're able to provide a little entertainment on your ride home this evening. It fakes the end around. Oh, my goodness, he's blown up. Let's see who that is.
Again, looks like
was that Stevens?
Loose? Did the ball? They're all jumping on it.
Look, Stevens with the first hit.
It was Jackson Stevens.
Explosive. My gosh. You have to readjust your shoulder pads after that one, young man. Dezelle, again with the keeper, gets about 2. 3rd down and 7. Nice big play here for the Friendswood defense. You can stop them here, give the offense a chance to score one more time before the half. I said 2 scores better than 1, but heck, 3's a lot better than 1 also, so we'll take everything you can get right here. Quad formation.
Absolutely.
Earlier we had 5. I'm telling you, they're going to throw everything at him. Man in motion is Acosta. Pressure, trying to get around Spiller. He's going to throw the ball to Adrian, caught, but way short of the first down.
That was Roney, number 10, making that tackle there on the flats.
Gets a 2-yard gain. 4th down now in about 5. It is going to be a punting situation now for the Panthers.
Quick shout out to Mark McKeever, my coaching buddy there at the junior high. I coached many of these boys when they were in the junior high as well because he's done 18 for several years. He's listening to us in Lubbock, Texas.
Well, I just got a little text from a former announcer here, another play-by-play, Justin Lowe.
I've heard
listening
of him.
in Clarksville, Tennessee.
That's right, my hometown. Come on, Tennessee.
Okay, well, there you go. He says, Coach Fritz, you're doing a good job, but keep your day job. No, I'm kidding. That was my own commentary. Punt goes to Connor Haynes. Haynes going to return it. 20. Oh, he cannot get out of that grass to the 23-yard line. Now, you know Justin loves you.
Oh, hey, you know I love Justin. He's got a lot to love. He's a big boy.
He is. No argument there. Absolutely. So Friendswood will start this drive from their own 23-yard line, 5:16 left. Plenty of time. As I said last possession, this offense has just been better every possession so far tonight. First one wasn't bad, just kind of getting your feet wet. Second one got a little better, and all of a sudden now, Gurdon is just, you don't know who he's going to go to. He's going to throw it to every receiver he's got. The running back, we've seen all 3 backs so far tonight. Friendswood offense is doing Friendswood offense things. Luke Gurdon, back to pass, got a man caught. 25, 30, stiff arm, 35, and brought down.
That was Kovacevic, number 3. Great.
With a stiff arm.
That was great. He just did a little drag right across the middle. He had to let it develop, had plenty of protection by the O-line. Gurdon waited on it, toss it out there, let the skill man do the rest.
And again, Kovacevic was having a nice game himself. His second reception of the night, that's his deal. He just does a little drag route catching, but I like the stiff arm and the drag. 1st and 10, balls on the 39. Empty backfield, Gurdon. Gurdon looking, caught, 50, 45. That is Lee. When will they bring him down? Well, it's going to take 7 guys to bring that young man down. Why do you think North Texas wants him? Ball is on the 44-yard line now in Kingwood Park territory.
And we are moving the chains.
440 indeed. Yes, absolutely. Again, 2 plays, 2 first downs. Friendswood defense did their thing, give the offense a chance, and they are marching again. Up 14, 4:30 left here in this first half. Friendswood 14, Panthers 0. Handoff, middle, Palitz cuts it back to the left, cuts it back to the middle. He gets about 6. Nice block right there. Who was that? Ryan Mitchell put a little extra syrup on that pancake. That was nasty. And I'm not even going to give the man's number who he just got up off of because that was just wrong.
Well,
nice block.
I'm sorry, excuse me. And the vision of Palitz to see where the block's coming.
Absolutely.
Actually, he cut back 2 or 3 times. Those zigzag motion, got a couple extra yards. Great job, number 22.
Twin receivers to both sides now. Gurdon back to pass. Tomko in the block. Gurdon pump fake. Gurdon keeper 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet. Tripped up to the 27-yard line.
Again, plenty of protection by the O-line. Just the receivers on open on that time. That's okay because Gurdon can use his feet. And it looks like Friendswood has come here with a concerted effort to kind of change the offense up a little bit, what we've seen, because we're now in the playoffs, right? Every game matters. You're surviving in advance. So it looks like they've taken a chance here and maybe changed some things up on the offensive side, trying to throw some extra wrinkles in there, and I like it.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what I like, too, is we're seeing Luke Gurdon throughout this year running harder. You know, early he might just get rid of the ball. He does not mind keeping that ball. Gurdon, quick pass. Lee, 30, 25. He is still dragging down the 22-yard line. He leaves the defender down. The defender made the tackle. Just had to catch his breath right there. As I think The final tackle was Christian Lee's helmet. Kind of looked like took a little air out of that young man. We're going to take a quick break here on the field. See if we can get an update while we're doing this from the volleyball game. Friendswood, first set victory. Second set, 5-5. So Friendswood's on top 1-0 over Leander Rouse. Again, looking to continue that advance to state, just as the Friendswood Mustangs football team here is as well. 3:05 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick break here in just a second and run a few commercials if we can. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and stay here. I think this timeout is just about over.
And, as we go through this timeout here, as the football season is going every weekend, one game a week, we don't want to leave out, again, the basketball season. I know the girls and the boys coaches have been working hard all year. Good games tonight. Friendswood did not come out on top as far as the JV team. They played hard. It's good to see the boys back in the gym, the girls back in the gym, playing, working as a team, moving the ball around. I know the coach has done a great job, and I expect big things this year out of both programs here at the high school. So
absolutely. What a great time of year. You got volleyball in the playoffs, basketball starting.
So much to do.
We're right here on a Friday night. Quick update from other District 10 5A scores. Foster, the fourth-place team in district, on top of the number 10 team in the state, New Caney, 14-7. Shadow Creek doing Shadow Creek things, 21-0 over Port Arthur Memorial. That game's midway through the second quarter. Right now, District 10 5A looking for a sweep tonight. Hightower plays Porter tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock at Randall Reed Stadium. Hightower, of course, finished third in this district. Be nice to see a clean sweep from District 10 5A. Well, that goes for everybody unless you're from District 9 5A. Then that would be horrendous. Doubles formation. Gurdon, back to pass. Got a man. Oh, trying to one-hand. It had to.
That was Kovacevic, number 3.
Just a little over his outstretched hands,
Yes.
and that's a high hand for Kovacevic. Look, Veach comes back out. Tomko coming in. Fourth down now. Well, this should be third. Yeah, that's not 4. They got the box wrong.
They got the box wrong. Yeah, they fixed it.
Third down and about 4 for the Mustangs. Tomko in at tailback. Gurdon in the gun. Doubles formation. Gurdon back to pass. Pump fake. Oh, he's going to throw the wheel. Joey Tomko, 6 points. Oh, that wheel, they didn't cover him. Joey Tomko all alone in the end zone for the 6. Friendswood on top, 20-0.
And the patience of Luke Gurdon right there. He
Oh,
wanted
my
to hit him
gosh,
at first in the
yes.
flats. He kind of pumped, rolled out to his right. Tomko kept going, running that route. And that's just a great play. That is a great play by Luke Gurdon. Way to keep running that route, Tomko. Very nice job, Mustangs. 20-0,
Well,
the impending extra point.
And you said the patience, but also the blocking.
Oh,
He had the
absolutely.
patience right there.
Absolutely.
There was a wall surrounding Luke Gurdon on that play, giving Tomko plenty of time. Extra point up. Extra point is good.
And your Friendswood Varsity Mustangs are tied 16-16 going in the second quarter there against the Pearland Oilers. Got the text there from my son, keeping me updated.
Very good. Cody Hobbs, can we? I know Cody. You down there with? Are you with the Blue Crew right now? Is that what I see?
I am with the Blue Crew.
Well, do we have? I mean, is anybody from the Blue Crew going to give us any kind of encouragement? Anything? What we got tonight?
We got Evan Stanley, a junior. I'm talking with him. So obviously it's a playoff game. How does that change the atmosphere out here?
I have no idea because I don't understand football. I'm just out here because it's fun.
No cap.
Hey.
You really can't get a better answer than that, honestly.
Hey, Cody, listen. You tell him. You don't have to understand it. You and myself and Coach Fritz will explain it to him. Hey, and I hope he knows we're winning. Oh, that was wonderful. That's live radio for you right there. Outstanding. But I do love the Blue Crew and the enthusiasm they bring.
Absolutely. At least he was honest, right?
21-0 for your Mustangs. Ball goes down to the 4. Going to be returned to the 10, out to the 15-yard line. Mr. Haynes, got Bradley Haynes listening from York, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Wow. First of all, Connor, nice game. I know Connor's going to tell you later about the intercept, the pick 6 he could have had, because I know he's going to be dreaming about that one tonight. But what a great game he's having. What a great game all these Friendswood Mustangs are having so far tonight. Friendswood in control, 21-0 2:28 left here in the first half. Kingwood Park way down in their own field position. They're just going to run up the middle with Acosta, going to get about a 2nd and 7. Friendswood has let's see how many timeouts they have left.
They're not. It's on the board.
I'm not going to show it tonight, apparently.
I guess they can't use them if they don't.
I think
see
we've
them.
used and I feel like we've used a couple, but regardless, we're going to see if they were going to use any or not. 2:05 left here in the first. Trips formation for Kingwood Park, down 21 are the Panthers. Pass high, incomplete. Going to bring a 3rd down again. Friendswood, stop here, can't get the ball. It'd be nice to see one more opportunity, at least maybe get 3 before the half. 21-0 is the score. Again, we're getting a great crowd listening tonight. We sure appreciate that. Lana Jordan, way to go, Luke, indeed. Luke's having a nice game. Jeep Turner, listen as well. Absolutely. Love to have you guys keep talking. If I don't get back to you, Jacob LaRue will. How's that, Jacob? Jacob just smiles and grins. Without Jacob, we wouldn't even be here tonight. Pass across the middle. Intercepted for the Mustangs. That's going to be, is that Roney?
It is Roney.
Dane Roney. Interception down to the 39. I couldn't tell who tipped it. Don't know if that was
It was Luke Sanchez. Number 20
Sanchez
who
with the
tipped
tip.
it.
Outstanding job.
They
Luke.
happened to be Johnny on the spot. The ball landed right in
Absolutely.
Roney's hands. What has he not done this year for us?
Dane
Oh, my
Roney,
goodness.
Dane Roney knows how to have the ball in his hands. He's got several touchdowns this year from that heavy package. And Friendswood, boy, they are cooking right now. Ball's on the 35-yard line. 1:44 left here. Well, I'll tell you what, they're not looking for 3 here, Josh. They're looking for 7.
You know, plays like this after a big play, I might go for the touchdown right here to see if you can put the nail in the coffin here in the first half. You had a big play, come out and see if you
Well,
can
we'll
see
see
it
here.
right
We got a single receiver. Looks like Lee down here on the right. Is he going to look for him? Gurdon. Oh, Gurdon's under pressure. Gurdon's going to have to throw that thing away. He was under pressure by a couple of players that time for Kingwood Park. Looked like number 63, Zedekiah Riley on the pressure. 2nd down and 10. No harm, though. Clock stops, 1:38. Looks like Elizondo in for Kovacevic right now. Got Lee and Elizondo here on the right side. Got another twin formation. Excuse me, Trips on the left. Gurdon. Gurdon set the screen up. Oh, no, Palis dropped it. Screen was set up beautifully. Palis tried to make that initial move before he had the football. If that's going to bring him a 3rd and 10. And, I know Coach Koopman's got to be frustrated because from up here,
That
you
was
can
the first
see,
down, at
you
least.
can see how that was going to develop right
Yes, sir,
there.
absolutely.
1:34 left here in the first half. Friendswood on top, 21-0. Crowd got quiet. Don't know why. You're up 21-0. You come all the way out here, you're sitting in the cold. Put a little excitement out there. Trips formation, left side. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man across the middle. Caught. 20. 10. Down to the
Yes,
8.
sir.
That's Kovacevic
again. Looks like almost the same
Hey,
route he ran last time. Little drag route.
Kovacevic, it's a new season for him. He's a new man. I mean, he's had a
Absolutely.
nice year, but I've not seen him run after the catch like he has tonight.
Well, they're definitely trying to get those tight ends involved. It's probably a weak spot they've seen on the film there for Kingwood Park, and they feel like they can exploit it, and they've done it 2 times the past 2 possessions and got Friendswood down the first on their on the Kingwood Park 9-yard line.
Double tight formation here. Lee is one of them. Oh, Lee's open. Oh, they're going to pass it out, though, to Palis. Trying to make a move. Nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage. Well, he's going to say he's lost a yard to the 9-yard line.
Friendswood to use a timeout. I'm not sure if that's their last one or not, but they're using it right now. 57 seconds to go.
57 seconds left. Friendswood up 21-0. We got a quick break here. I'm going to update the other district scores, and then we'll get a real quick volleyball update as well. Foster and New Caney. I knew that was going to be a ball game tonight. It is 14-14. 7 minutes left there in the second quarter. Shadow Creek still on top of Memorial, 21-0. Second set, Friendswood is down 17-13 in the second set, though Friendswood did win that first set. And we will again update you on basketball scores as we get them from our intrepid reporter. the young Mr. Fritz.
Yeah, my son.
Yes, wonderful. Couldn't do without him, could you?
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
57 seconds left here before halftime. At halftime, we'll hear thoughts from Coach Koopmans before the game. Right now, though, we're back to play. Luke Gurdon, that ball was incomplete and then nearly intercepted. Just through the hands and then almost intercepted. That's going to bring up now well, let's see here. Ball is on the 9. We've got.
Should be a third.
I thought so too. The board is wrong. The stick should be right.
Yep.
As Kovacevic comes back out, went right through the hands there. Elizondo back in. Third down and goal from the 9. Doubles formation. McCabe. Motion left side. Screen. Caught. 10. 5. Cannot get in. Gets down to the 3. Was that Christian?
It was. The wide receiver screen to Christian Lee. Cut back inside. Drive those powerful feet he's got and got it down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they are just going to, just inside the 5, maybe to the 4. It's going to be a 4th and goal from the 4. 30 seconds left. Koopman talking to the official. Don't know if he's going to try to wind it down for a field goal. I mean, you're up 21-0. Do you put the nail in the coffin right here with a touchdown early, or do you just go for the sure 3?
I might line up heavy and get a wrinkle out of that they're not expecting.
That's what I'm thinking too, but looks like Coach Koopman is he's going to put it down to 8 seconds on the clock. The play clock was getting ready to run out. Got to imagine that's going to set up now a field goal opportunity for the Mustangs. Again, 8 seconds left here. 21 for the Mustangs, 0 for the Panthers. Right now, Kingwood Park just not sure what to do. Offensively or defensively, as Friendswood just kind of having their way.
Absolutely. They just can't get any pressure on Luke Gurdon. You just can't have a quarterback like Luke who's leading the district in completion percentage and throwing for 1,800 yards. You can't give him that much time. He'll pick you apart. That's just the way it is. That reminds me of days back to Jacob Karam. Yeah. They gave Jacob Karam enough time, he would just pick you apart. They'd go money set. He'd pick the guy he wanted to throw the ball to, and we'd score a ton of points. That's it reminds me of that. That's a long time ago. But Luke Gurdon's had a great year, done a great job. The receivers are picking him up, catching it, running the right routes. So nice job by those gentlemen.
We are going to have a field goal attempt. Ball will be spotted on the 11-yard line. It will be a 21-yard attempt for Mr. Mueller. Oh, we're going to have
He's going to try to ice him.
We're going to ice him down 21. Bold maneuver, but
you got him. You might as well use him.
You look, it's a playoff. You need to do anything you can, because I know Coach Mabel's attitude, hey, we're down 3, maybe going to be down 4 scores here, but if they can score 4, we can score 4. And that's what you got to do right there. Give your team every chance. Again, at halftime, we'll hear from Coach Koopman and the interview before the game. We did it a little bit earlier on the way out. Of course, we're going to shoot it down to Cody Hobbs, get some thoughts from Coach Koopman. The first half, he's got to be feeling pretty confident. Well, I don't say confident, feeling pretty good, at least about the past 2 quarters. But knowing Coach Koopman, he's not going to be – he's going to say, look, it's 0-0, getting this thing back out there in the second half.
Yeah, you have to go with that attitude. You can't go with the attitude that you think you have the game won because, again, this is win and survive. This is it. If you don't, it's do or die, whatever you want to call it. So we got to make sure we continually plug along. Plus, it's kind of good practice for us in a game situation for the next few weeks.
Absolutely. The field goal is short. I don't know if it was tipped. That was a worm burner. I'm not sure. It was a tough snap, but I thought he got it set. Regardless, it is no good.
Either way, it did not go through the wickets, as they say. So that's going to leave 5 seconds on the clock here to see what Kingwood Park's going to do.
Coach Maples, he iced him.
I guess it worked.
There you go. Down 21-0 will be Kingwood Park. 5 seconds left here in the first half. At the end of the half, we'll also come back with stats and other important tidbits of information that we've got from this first half tonight. Kingwood Park imagines the last play of the half. It will end around to Adrian. Adrian 20, 25. Going to run right out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And that is going to do it here from Henry Winston and the first half. The score is Friendswood on top of the Kingwood Park Panthers, 21-0. We'll get Coach Koopman's thoughts on the way off the field from Cody Hobbs. And then we will take a break here on MCS Sports. And then we will come back with the second half start in about 28 minutes. Cody, I've got to imagine Coach Koopman, you would think he's going to be in a pretty good spirits, would you say?
I would say. I mean, you're up 21-0 at half.
I mean, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd put money on that, but we'll see. But I also know one thing he's probably going to say is, hey, there's a whole other half of football, but we'll see what he says right here, Cody.
Yes, sir. Hello, Coach Koopman. So, Connor Haynes had that dropped interception, and I know he's thinking about it. How does he bounce back from that interception?
He will, because he's the best dude we got out there. So he's not. I bet you he has already forgotten about it. He's going to come back strong.
So you're up 21-0 at half. It's a pretty good first half. How do you put out these Panthers?
Well, I don't think we played that well that half. So to be up 21-0, we're excited. So we're going to get in there and try and play a little sharper in the second half.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's Cody Hobbs with Coach Koopman. Great thoughts as well. Cody, wonderful. Appreciate that. We're going to take a break here on MCS Sports. We run a few ads. We'll come back also with some thoughts from Coach Koopman about this game, and we'll finish up with some stats and halftime entertainment. The halftime score, Friendswood 21, the Kingwood Park Panthers 0. We'll be back here on MCS Sports.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, please be done. Over and over and over and over and over. Then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With a unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Believe you found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What, did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Rat's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he started with the boots.
search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back to the Coaches Show. Right now, we're joined with the head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Robert Koopman. And, Coach, I guess you say the new season is upon us.
It is. It's playoffs, and we talk to the kids. Every play is magnified in the playoffs. Every mistake is magnified. Every touchdown is magnified. So it's a fun time. It really is a good time.
Well, it really is. You know, it's just this time of year. Something about with the weather, the earlier darkness, and just something about it. Just exciting. Then to be back in the playoffs after that 1 year drought. To me, it seemed like it was much long. That was a long 1 year to be out of the playoffs.
It was. You know. It was so funny because I came into the coach's office right after the Angleton game, and boy, the coaches were moping around. I said, guys, I said, hey, and the same thing I told the kids, I said, where were we last year? We were questioning everything about ourselves last year.
Right.
And so we're in good shape. And so that Angleton game was tough, and they're a good football team. It's hard to believe a team like Angleton's not going to the playoffs, but we were in the same shoes they were in last year. And so it does feel good to be back in the playoffs.
No, it does. I thought, you know, after you and I talked last week about that game, that was just an interesting game going in because you're set, they're set. They could look at it one of two ways. We're going to go all out and do it through everything, which is the way they end up doing it, obviously, or they could get down on themselves and shut it down. But, you know, as a coach, Coach Britt, I mean, they came out and threw everything at you guys, every kind of kickoff imaginable, everything imaginable.
Yeah. That's what he said after the game. We shook hands. He goes, Coach goes, you were in a bad situation. We were going to go on. You're having to fin 4 downs every time, and just it is the way it was. And so the good news is, you know, we had taken care of our business before that, and a pretty, I won't say controversial call, but an interesting call in the end zone on 2-point conversion. Didn't magnify, didn't hurt seating on either team. It didn't have an impact on the outcome of the district.
Which is a great way. If you're going to lose, you like to have one when the loss doesn't affect you at all. And so again, and I know the kids are probably refocused Saturday morning thinking about it's playoff time. So. You know, here you are now, and it's a 6 games to win state mentality. I know now it's a 6-game season. Of course, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but you know, you just came out of probably one of the toughest districts in 5A in the state of Texas.
Yeah, and hopefully that's an advantage for us that we play these kind of games and we play these kind of teams, we play this kind of speed and athletic ability. You know, playoffs are weird. Weird things happen in the playoffs. We've been the beneficiary of some of that weirdness. You know, missed snap against Summer Creek. You know, just it happens, and that's why the finality of playoff games looms over kids and coaches, and that's what makes them exciting. That's what makes them fun. That's what makes them emotional. Yeah. You know, it's one game, and you can't get caught up in how you do. You know, you need to win each game. You have one more point than that team, and then prepare for the next week. Right. And that's all this is about is this week, and then you worry about the next week after that.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we're definitely not getting too far ahead. We're going to talk about Kingwood Park. I mean, that's who you got here Friday night. Of course, huge advantage for you guys being right here.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's exciting being home. You don't have to put the circus in a bus and move it around, and there's some comfort to playing at home, especially we have a stadium on campus and not everyone has that, and so it is a true home game for us. So yeah, the kids have worked hard for this situation. They earned it.
Absolutely, and I got to imagine too, if your seniors, you know, who of course been leading all season, have got after last week's senior night a loss. You know, though it didn't impact you guys in playoffs, that's got to weigh on them a little bit, knowing they don't want to go out of Henry Winston with a loss.
Yeah, they don't, and I thought we played well the other night. We just couldn't get off the field when we needed to get off the field, and so it wasn't an impact of that. They were hurt that they lost that game on Henry Winston.
Right,
you know,
yes, exactly.
So now we're motivated. We had a good week of practice, even with the bad weather, so we're going to get a great effort out of our kids.
Let's talk real quick about your opponent tonight. You know, Kingwood Park, coming out of the New Caney district, that side of town. Not a lot of people familiar with them. What do you see? What are they going to do? What do you think they're going to try to do to slow you guys down?
Well coached. Well, they have a plan, especially on offense. They have a plan and they're good at it. Their quarterback's a feisty cat. He's a junior, and I said if you're in a bar fight, I think you want that dude on your side. If they need 3 yards, they're going to get 3 yards and an inch with him. And they're committed to it, and that's what they're going to do. And they're big up front, and so they're going to try and run the ball and do those things. Defensively, they haven't seen a team that throws as much as we have, so we're kind of going on some different things. But again, very sound, very, very disciplined kids that, kind of like looking in the mirror. They're kind of built like we are. And so, they're not going to beat themselves. We have to go take care of our business.
So you expect them to come out with more of just a ball control, try to keep you guys off the field?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to continue to throw it every doggone down. And so it's clash of styles.
Why change now?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, of course, you had the leading passer in the district this season. You had the leading receiver in the district, plus 3 others in the top 10.
Yeah, if we'd have combined our 2 running back spots, we'd have had the top 2. I mean, I think they were right at 80 or 48 catches or something like that in district and 7 district games for those 2 spots. So, yeah, and we should have. I mean, we're successful throwing the ball, sure. and our offensive line actually played really well the other night in protecting. And when people get upset over a sack, and we're trying to minimize that. If you throw the ball 60 times, you're going to give up a sack.
Sure.
And so it just happens, and you have negative plays no matter what offense you run. And so. But yeah, so it's we're very pleased with the also the number of catches kids are having. It's just not one guy.
Right.
So.
No, absolutely. Yeah, your receiving core, guys. I feel like there's got to be about 10 guys at least caught several passes this year for you. So that's a nice problem to have. And of course, you've got all 3 running back, which is also a nice problem to have. You've got 3 guys that can come in and do it. But I got to feel like on offense, your thing that probably helps you sleep better at night is knowing you have Luke Gurdon back there. 3 full seasons now.
And he's making great decisions. Mm-hmm. And, there was a play at Angleton that night where they came off the edge and he threw hot off of it. And we talked about how all of a sudden we never saw that blitz again.
Right.
And so, when he makes decisions like that, it hurts. And there's a reason we're putting 5 receivers out on routes. And and it sounds easy on the whiteboard. Mm-hmm. It sounds easy when you see someone diagram it on Saturday, maybe on a Saturday morning show. But when you're taking bullets and there's 5 dudes coming after you, it's a much harder job. And he's done a great job with it.
He really has. And the last thing I want to mention, of course, is obviously the defense has been there for you all year. It seems like every time there's a tackle, there's 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah, the effort on our defense has been phenomenal all year. And our run fits were a little shaky last week, but that's because Angleton does such a great job with motions and trying to outflank you and do all that, and it wears on you after 4 quarters. And but the effort was there, and the running to the ball was certainly there.
Coach, we're looking forward to it tonight. Obviously, I'm also looking forward to hopefully you and I having a conversation next week as well.
Yeah, win one and let's move on.
Absolutely, Coach. Good luck to y'all tonight.
Thank you.
Again, that's Coach Robert Koopman of the Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
Know that FISD offers after-school and evening programs for children, students, and adults. After-school classes are available at all elementary and intermediate campuses. Classes like soccer, puppet making, Little Vet School, Cooking for Kids, Spanish, Family and Me Dance Party, Marathon and 5K running programs, and many more are available. We have classes for kids as young as 3 years old. Sign up now by visiting the Community Ed website.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, please be done. Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With a unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Levy found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What, did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he started with the woods. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Visit Trinity and the Ad Council.
Jill, why didn't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back to the Coaches Show. Right now, we're joined with the head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Robert Koopman. And, Coach, I guess you say the new season is upon us.
It is. It's playoffs, and we talk to the kids. Every play is magnified in the playoffs. Every mistake is magnified. Every touchdown is magnified. So it's a fun time. It really is a good time.
Well, it really is. You know, it's just this time of year. Something about with the weather, the earlier darkness, and just something about it. It's just exciting. Then to be back in the playoffs after that 1 year drought. To me, it seemed like it was much long. That was a long 1 year to be out of the playoffs.
It was, you know. It was so funny because I came into the coach's office right after the Angleton game, and boy, the coaches were moping around. I said, guys, I said, hey. And the same thing I told the kids, I said, where were we last year? We were questioning everything about ourselves last year.
Right.
And so we're in good shape. And so that Angleton game was tough, and they're a good football team. It's hard to believe a team like Angleton's not going to the playoffs, but we were in the same shoes they were in last year. And so it does feel good to be back in the playoffs.
No, it does. And I thought, you know, you and I talked last week about that game. That was just an interesting game going in because you're set, they're set. They could look at it one or two ways. We're going to go all out and do it through everything, which is the way they end up doing it, obviously. Or they could get down on themselves and shut it down. But, you know, as a coach, Coach Britt, I mean, they came out and threw everything at you guys, every kind of kickoff imaginable, everything imaginable.
And that's what he said after the game. We shook hands. He goes, Coach goes, you were in a bad situation. We were going to go on. You're having to fin 4 downs every time, and just it is the way it was. And so the good news is, you know, we had taken care of our business before that, and a pretty, I won't say controversial call, but an interesting call in the end zone on 2-point conversion. Didn't magnify, didn't hurt seeding on either team. It didn't have an impact on the outcome of the district.
Which is a great way. If you're going to lose, you like to have one when the loss doesn't affect you at all. And so again, and I know the kids are probably refocused Saturday morning thinking about it's playoff time. So you know, here you are now, and it's a 6 games to win state mentality. I know now it's a 6-game season. Of course, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but you know, you just came out of probably one of the toughest districts in 5A in the state of Texas.
Yeah, and hopefully that, you know, hopefully that's an advantage for us that we played these kind of games and we played this kind of team, we played this kind of speed and athletic ability. You know, playoffs are weird. Weird things happen in the playoffs. We've been the beneficiary of some of that weirdness. You know, missed snap against Summer Creek. You know, just it happens, and that's why the finality of playoff games looms over kids and coaches, and that's what makes them exciting. That's what makes them fun. That's what makes them emotional. But you know, it's one game, and you can't get caught up in how you do. You know, you need to win each game. You have one more point than that team, and then prepare for the next week. Right. And that's all this is about, is this week, and then you worry about the next week after that.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we're definitely not getting too far ahead. We're going to talk about Kingwood Park. I mean, that's who you got here Friday night. Of course, huge advantage for you guys being right here in
Houston. It's exciting, man. It's exciting being home. You don't have to put the circus in a bus and move it around, and there's some comfort of playing at home, especially we have a stadium on campus and not everyone has that, and so it is a true home game for us. So yeah, the kids have worked hard for this situation. They earned it.
Absolutely. And I got to imagine too, if your seniors, you know, who of course been leading all season, have got after last week's senior night a loss, you know, though it didn't impact you guys in playoffs, that's got to weigh on them a little bit, knowing they don't want to go out of Henry Winston with a loss.
Yeah, they don't. And I thought we played well the other night. We just couldn't get off the field when we needed to get off the field. And so it wasn't an impact of that. And they were hurt that they lost that game on Henry Winston.
Right,
you know,
yes, exactly.
So now we're motivated. We had a good week of practice, even with the bad weather. So, we're going to get a great effort out of our kids.
Let's talk real quick about your opponent tonight. You know, Kingwood Park, coming out of the New Caney district, that side of town. Not a lot of people familiar with them. What do you see? What are they going to do? What do you think they're going to try to do to slow you guys down?
Well coached. Boy, they have a plan, especially on offense. They have a plan and they're good at it. Their quarterback's a feisty cat. He's a junior, and I said, if you're in a bar fight, I think you want that dude on your side. If they need 3 yards, they're going to get 3 yards and an inch with him. And they're committed to it. that's what they're going to do. And they're big up front, and so they're going to try and run the ball and do those things. Defensively, they haven't seen a team that throws as much as we have, so we're kind of going on some different things. But again, very sound, very, very disciplined kids. That, kind of like looking in the mirror. They're kind of built like we are, and so they're not going to beat themselves. We have to go take care of our business.
So you expect them to come out with more of just a ball control, try to keep you guys off the field?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to continue to throw it every doggone down. And so it's a clash of styles.
Why change now?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, of course, you had the leading passer in the district this season. You had the leading receiver in the district, plus 3 others in the top 10.
Yeah, if we'd have combined our 2 running back spots, we'd have had the top 2. I mean, I think they were right at 80 or 48 catches or something like that in district in 7 district games for those 2 spots. So, yeah, and we should have. I mean, we're successful throwing the ball, sure. and our offensive line actually played really well the other night in protecting. And when people get upset over a sack, and we're trying to minimize that. If you throw the ball 60 times, you're going to give up a sack.
Sure.
And so it just happens, and you have negative plays no matter what offense you run. And so. But yeah, so it's we're very pleased with the also the number of catches kids are having. It's just not one guy.
Right. So. No, absolutely. Yeah, your receiving core, guys. I feel like there's got to be about 10 guys at least caught several passes this year for you. So that's a nice problem to have. And of course, you've got all 3 running back, which is also a nice problem to have. You've got 3 guys that can come in and do it. But I got to feel like on offense, your thing that probably helps you sleep better at night is knowing you have Luke Gurdon back there. 3 full seasons now.
And he's making great decisions. Mm-hmm. And, there was a play in Angleton that night where they came off the edge and he threw hot off of it. And we talked about how all of a sudden we never saw that blitz again.
Right.
And so, when he makes decisions like that, it hurts. And there's a reason we're putting 5 receivers out on routes. And and it sounds easy on the whiteboard.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. We interrupt Coach Koopman there. If you listen to the rest of the halftime show, you've already heard him. But if you didn't, what he's going to say is, I feel good about tonight's game, and he's right. Right now, it is Friendswood up 21-0 on the Kingwood Park Panthers. Friendswood did win the toss earlier in the game. They will get the ball here up 21-0. Real quick update before we start the second half. In the other 10-5A games, well, we are just going to roll, communicating with the server. I will update those shortly. We will also update, if you've not followed along on YouTube right now on the chat, that the Friendswood girls volleyball team won the 3rd set, and they are now in the 4th set. So they're up 2-1, and the 4th set is underway. And we are underway here. Friendswood on top, 21-0. Ball goes down to the 5, 10. Connor Haynes, 15, 20, 25. It will be brought to about the 28-yard line. Nice return for Mr. Haynes out to the 28-yard line. And we are now underway. Friendswood will move left to right on your computer screen. And again, Friendswood looking to, they started putting a nail or 2 in the coffin. They're going to add a few more here as they're playing here to come out in the second half. And if you heard Coach Koopman with Cody before the half, you heard him say, I didn't think we played that well in the first half. Coach, did that kind of surprise you a little bit?
A little bit, especially looking at some of the stats. We've actually had 144 yards rushing in the first half. Might be our best total of the season, and Luke Gurdon's thrown for 161 yards. A very balanced attack by the Friendswood Mustangs as we go here. Hand off there to Payless getting outside. We have a flag thrown down.
We haven't seen too many flags tonight on Friendswood. I'm going to imagine that's going to be a hold right there against the Mustangs line.
But when you look at the offense and it's the balanced attack that it here is for tonight, again, 144 rushing, 161 passing. And the way he distributed the ball out, he's got 6 different receivers there. And you mentioned that in the halftime show with Coach Koopman. It's just a litany of receivers that Luke can pick from to choose each and every week.
It's a nice problem to have for sure. And, of course, that also gives Kingwood Park some troubles. And they've had some troubles tonight. They can cover 3, maybe 4, and then that 5th one slips out there. And, of course, You've also got some of the best receiving running backs in the area.
Absolutely. Noticed tonight was slip out by Paylitz there to get that touchdown earlier. And Tomko.
Gurdon back to pass. That's complete. Look, Dawson Johnson at the 30. I'm sorry, that's not Johnson. That is
Cooksey.
Cooksey.
Yes, sir. Reed Cooksey.
tell you got more single-digit numbers on those black jerseys.
It's tough to see.
You got Johnson, McCabe, Cooksey, Lee. Hey, either way, it's a completion. Nice completion, 7-yard gains. Can bring up a second down now and 8 after the first down penalty hold on the offensive line. Just underway here in the third quarter. Mustangs on top, 21-0. Gurdon just overthrows the head of Tomko there.
Trying to get him out there in the flats. And, Kirk, one thing that we mentioned in the past at Friendswood is their inability to get off the field with a third down. They haven't had a great season.
Right.
Tonight, they're actually 5 of 7, 71%. Great percentage on third down, and that's going to keep those plays alive. I know that sounds very elementary for you and I to say it up here, but when you're down there looking at 3rd and long or even 3rd and short, that's a huge play each and every week. So they've done a great job tonight. We're going to keep that rolling as the playoffs continue.
Well, like you said, that's been one of their biggest pains all year. Gurdon looking for the wheel. Gurdon still looking for the wheel. Got Tomko in. Oh, he caught the ball, but there's a flag on the play. Great catch by Joey Tomko. But
that was a great catch as he stops and thinks, oh, man, all that effort for nothing. There was a hold there against Friendswood. Tomko was running back excited, literally stopped at the 40 and kind of went, what just happened?
That was a Willie Mays kind of catch right there. For those of y'all that don't know Willie Mays, that was black and white television back in the baseball day. But over the shoulder, caught it on a strike from Gurdon, but all for naught as they will bring it back on the hold. It's now 3rd and about 17 for the Mustangs. Ball spotted on their own 20. Gurdon, empty formation. Trips to the left. Twins to the right. Gurdon gets the snap. Pressured up the middle. He's going to have to throw that ball away.
Smart play.
Little middle blitz that time for the Mike backer, and Gurdon just gets rid of that thing, takes a little shot, and goes away. So 4th now and 17 for the Mustangs. Not the start they wanted here in the second half, but the good news is they are on top, 21-0.
Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon on the 3rd down efficiency, so I might have jinxed him on that. But that was an excellent catch by Tomko there. And for the younger crowd, it could be a Willie Mays Hayes.
Yes.
Little Major League reference there.
Mediocre age crowd. Even that's going
well,
to be.
that is true. That is true. Classic movie in and of itself.
All good.
We should have got him a live chicken. Little quote there for you. Throwing that out there. Sorry.
Beautiful. Gurdon, nice kick. That is going to take a Kingwood Park bounce back to the 47-yard line, though, of Kingwood Park. They will get a nice start to the drive. And Cody, I see you down there. Now, you got a nice vantage point down there. You be up there in the camera booth there?
Yes, sir, I am.
How did you get such great access?
Well, I just walked up here and, kind of just standing here, watching the band and the cheerleaders and the Blue Crew hype up this crowd.
You bet. Keep it up. We'll talk to you in a little bit. And 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Dazelle, quick strike to Kane and Adrian. Adrian has been his go-to receiver tonight. A little slant route, gets about a 5-yard gain. Brings them 2nd down and 5 now for the Panthers. Handoff Acosta up the middle. He has had nowhere to go up the middle tonight, yet they continue to try that. It's going to bring him a 3rd. Well, they're going to give him a generous 1. Is Brandon Acosta. That's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers.
Yeah, 42 set downs clogging up the middle there.
3rd and 4. Ball spotted just inside of Friendswood territory at the 46-yard line. Dazelle, end around, Adrian, left side, trying to find some room. Does 40, runs out of bounds, did not want to get hit. Goes out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That's enough for a Kingwood Park Panther 1st down.
Little jet sweep they run there. They got those guys in motion, so you always have to account for them. Sometimes they hand it off, sometimes they do not. They hand it off that time, number 4. Made a skip. Oh, wait a minute. There's a penalty.
Well, there is the penalty, and they're going to move them back. So
hold on, Kingwood Park.
This has been
negates a great run for him.
This has been a kind of a penalty-riddled 3rd quarter start here for both teams. So it's now 3rd down and 12. Looks like Dazelle back by himself. Going to have a single receiver to the left. Looks like a quad set coming up to the right.
Interesting formation, to say the least.
We've seen a little bit of everything now. Going to have Acosta's going to come back now to his running back position. So trips to the right. Acosta staying in the block. DeZelle going for it all. Got a man that is incomplete. Looking for number 10, Jakyle Martin.
Could have been a little offensive. Could have been an offensive pass interference there. He looked like he smacked Brian Wade's head down. Yeah, put him to the ground.
Yeah, Wade was in great position. That ball was a little underthrown. Yeah, and Coach Koopman, a little question on that, and rightfully so.
Yeah, but great coverage there by Brian Wade. He was with him stride for stride. Great job by that young man.
That will bring up a 4th down and 12 now for the Panthers. Will be a punting situation. Connor Haynes back on his own 18-yard line. Kick is.
Looked like it might have been tipped a little bit.
It might have been tipped. Is that right? Looks like Matt Reyes.
He's saying he tipped it.
Yes, sir, he did.
Attaboy, Matt Reyes.
We thought he got a tip. If not, that was a bad punt. But we're getting Matt Reyes. Oh, yeah, he's still holding his hand up.
His hand.
That's the hand. That's the hand that got it.
That is. The hand that rocks the cradle.
Good job by Matt Reyes. Yes, indeed.
Way to go, Matthew Reyes. Good job, number 49.
Well, the ball is down at the 34-yard line.
And
the officials are talking about something.
An official timeout here. He's explaining it to Coach Koopman right now.
While he does that, we'll update you a score. Foster at halftime on top of New Caney, 17-14. And Shadow Creek, third quarter, on top of Port Arthur Memorial, 28-0. So if the scores stay as they are, we're working on the clock right here.
A little clock issue. Now, while we're waiting there, I know that the varsity team was down 21-18 at the half versus Pearland Oilers. Try to get an update on that.
All right, clock is fixed. 9:10 left here in the third quarter. Friendswood on top, 21-0. Single receiver to both sides. Oh, Gurdon dropped the handoff. Gurdon's going to have to scramble for his life now. Trying to hand up the Payless. Just lost the football on the turf. Does recover it. But it's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 16. And again, goes for both teams. It's just been going backwards this half.
Yeah, it's a little ugly here right now. The start of this half, which again, Coach Koopman said he didn't think they played that well. Still had a big lead. So
he's really got to be thinking bad now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Exactly. But get plenty of time to get this thing together. Oh, more pressure at the middle though. Got the screen. It's going to be caught, brought down at the 36-yard line. Gets past the original line of scrimmage. That was Noah Paylitz. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 now for the Mustangs.
Number 63, Riley for Kingwood Park, making the tackle there. Let's see if we can get off this 3rd down efficiency and see what we can do here.
8:09 left here in the third quarter. Trips formation to the left. Single receiver. A little double move by Lee. Gurdon can't get him, though. Pressure, and that ball is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Grayson Adrian, the younger brother of Kanan Adrian. But it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 now for your Mustangs. And again, so far the Friendswood offense here in the second half has been anemic.
0 for 2 on 3rd downs. Again, I must have spoke too soon.
Well, the other thing, though, is as bad as Friendswood's offense has been so far is that Kingwood Park has also done the same on their drive. So right now, neither offense can really get this thing going. Gurdon's kick is blocked. It's blocked. The ball's behind him. The ball's on the turf. It's going to be recovered. It's still a fumble on the ground. Friendswood has the ball, and they're going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. But the punt was blocked. Kingwood Park's going to be set up in great field position. And if they were looking for a break, there one was. So we've now had 2 offensive possessions for Friendswood go backwards. 1 for Kingwood Park go backwards. 2 punts blocked. And Kingwood Park now is in the best advantage. They've been all night since that very first drive of the ball game when they were inside the 10-yard line. They were on the Friendswood 28, down 21-0 to the home Mustangs. Now Kingwood Park comes in a tight formation. A little Trey Bunch set here to the left. We got a double tight. Handoff, Acosta up, little pitch back. He's got a man, Adrian, in the end zone if he can get it. That ball is incomplete. Great breakup. I believe that was Trey Mapp.
It was number 14.
Oh, I like the play call by Kingwood Park.
But it really didn't fool the Mustangs.
No,
defense.
not.
They really had two guys out there in coverage. Trey Mapp ended up making the hit and kind of breaking that up. I like the tomfoolery, like you say. Try to give it a shot here. We're trying to score something as soon as they get the ball. But, 21-0, really, you can't just sit back on your laurels here. This is the Texas high school football at its best, and we've got to make sure we're ready for this entire half.
Trey Mapp with the touchdown-saving breakup brings up second down now and 10. 7:36 left here in the third quarter. Again, Kingwood Park in Friendswood territory, deep. Quarterback keeper around the right side, brought down for a sack. What? They're going to have a penalty. Thought he got him by the ankles. Look, Dizelle was sacked, but
they're going to throw a flag.
They're going to say a face mask.
They're going to say a face mask by 49 Matthew Reyes, personal foul. A horse collar. I don't know about that.
Horse collar. I really thought he had. I'm going to have to get my eyes checked, folks, because I thought he had him from the backside.
I thought he grabbed him by the shoulder pads, not.
No, there was a guy. There was a man low, man high. They got the man high with the shoulder pad, and they're saying there was a horse collar. That's a big one for the Mustangs. It now puts Kingwood Park in the red zone. Ball's on the 14-yard line. Empty formation now for Dizelle and the Panthers. Dizelle, quarterback draw, 10. Slides down to the 7-yard line. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Can still get a first before they go in.
Kingwood Park is trying to line up quick in a formation, looking at the sidelines, get the play, get there quick, and try to run it as fast as they can, it looks like. Not give the defense a chance to set up.
Acosta single back with Dizelle in the backfield. Acosta handoff up the middle. Brandon Acosta for 6. The Kingwood Park Panthers are on the board, and they are not going to go away. 21-6, Friendswood, extra point pending. Kingwood Park student section comes alive. Oh, and on the scoreboard, they put 56 on the board. And now they're going to fix it. That looked awful.
Yes.
21-6 is the score. Little lefty kicker for the Kingwood Park Panthers comes in, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. The score is now 21 for Friendswood. Kingwood Park 7. Cody, you got a good vantage point of that touchdown, I believe. Friendswood's going to have to kind of pick this up on offense, don't you think?
Yes, sir, and I have some news. I saw Noah limping on the sideline, whether it be his ankle or something on his leg. I don't know.
Well, we're going to make sure you have to get him back there quick. We definitely need him. Cody, how's the crowd right now? They kind of quiet?
They're kind of quiet after that touchdown, but I'm sure they'll get back into it once offense gets on the field.
Absolutely. We'll make sure. And Cody, if we don't, we'll come down a little bit to you, but hey, if they don't get going, talk to your buddies in the Blue Crew. They'll help them out for sure. But right now, we need everyone in this ball game. As Friendswood up 21-7, but going the wrong direction so far here in the second half. It's been, I mean, you hate to say all Kingwood Park, but at the end of the day, that's all it's been is the Kingwood Park touchdown. Friendswood 2 drives and nothing to show for it except a block punt, which gave Kingwood Park great field position. Again, no reason to panic here for Friendswood. You're up 2 scores. That touchdown was brought on by the block. Just got to shore some things up here.
Yeah, just got to
clean it up.
Right, got to clean a few things up. Go back to what got you here, and I think they'll do that. Oh, they're
trying the little.
I don't know if that was he just messed up the kickoff. I don't really know if that really was an onside kick. I think he just clubbed that one because that's going to put us at the 40. Why would you want to do a fake kick like that and put us at the 42-yard line? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think he just messed that one up.
I think you're right on that. It seemed like it was one of those where it was almost like he was caught in between. Am I going to onside or kind of do and then just got caught in the middle. And regardless, Friendswood's got great field position now, and that might be the break now the Friendswood Mustangs need. Ball is spotted on their own 42-yard line.
And it does look like Palitz is in the game, number 22.
Well, he came off the last series, but again, it's going to take more than that to get him out of the game. Pitch to Palitz, left side. Running on that left side. Got about, going to give him just about a yard as Kingwood Park's defense, Coach, they seem to find another level this half. And Kingwood Park's defense is doing some nice things right now against this Friendswood offense. You got to think right now, if I'm Coach Koopman, he's going to be thinking, you got to let Gurdon do his thing, air it out a little bit, because right now they're just pinning their ears back and attacking.
Yeah, it's all about adjustments, whether it be halftime, in-game adjustments. This game's going to be about adjustments with a 14-point lead. We got to make sure we don't.
Linebacker blitz again. Screen, though. Caught. 40, 45, 50. And that's what I'm saying right there.
Right.
You know they're coming hard.
Yep.
Let them come. Coach Koopman, great call right there.
Absolutely.
Dumps it off to his back. And is that Payless or Tomko? I'm sorry. I think that was Joey Tomko.
It was Joey Tomko. I'm sorry. Yes,
so
sir.
Tomko in the game
sir.
right now. And that is enough for a first down. And Kingwood Park again, they had the blitz on, both backers coming, both untouched. By the time they realized the screen was on, too late. Another blitz. Gurdon picks it up. Johnson just do a little drag route, get about a yard gain on the carry.
Yeah, he probably intended to run that about 3 to 4 yards instead of 1. Sometimes you kind of get lost on where you're on the field. Completed pass there, we'll get a yard out of it. But on that one, it looked like Kingwood Park was going to go blitz, but then they went back. It looked like in a cover 3 to me when they came back there, and then they stunted the linebackers to try to make a little pressure on Gurdon. So looks like they're trying some new looks as well.
Second down and 9 now for the Mustangs. Marshall Odom, appreciate you listening. I know you're keeping up with everything. I hope those Rockets are doing good too. Always fun to watch them as well. And, of course, our Lady Mustangs, we're going to get a quick update. It is in the fourth set. The last time we checked. Well, we're going to get an update right here. 19-16, Friendswood down in the fourth set, up 2 sets to 1. That's the kind of things you expect when you get to the regional semis. Tight games, 2 quality teams. Will be interesting to see how that one goes. And, of course, Friendswood basketball going tonight. Golf's playing. It's a great time of year.
And, you know, Kirk, when you get these deep rounds of volleyball, a lot of those girls on our team, other teams, they're going D1 somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely going there. They're tall. They hit the ball so hard. Even we used to play them as a faculty versus the 8th grade girls in volleyball. Man, some of those girls can just kill it. I just get out of the way, man.
Getting a score here, Friendswood 21, Kingwood Park 7, 5:10 left here in the third quarter. Panthers making this game interesting now. Gurdon, empty set. Gurdon back to pass, got a man caught at the 38, rolls to the 36. That's Christian Lee. Nice grab for Christian. It's going to be a yard short of that first down, bring up a third down and 1. Gurdon had a nice little bit of time that time.
And does anyone take Christian Lee down one-on-one? I don't think so.
I've yet to see it.
I do not believe so.
I do not see it. Now, we have got a heavy package coming in now on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, we need to convert this third down. They'd be the first one we've had this second half.
Ball is on the 36-yard line. Kingwood Park. Pressure up the middle. Yes. Nice push. First down. Dane Roney. And what a push by the offensive line right there.
That is just line up, cap versus cap, so you can push the hardest, and we haven't seen that play be unsuccessful many times this year at all, whether it be on the goal line or in a place like that. We need the first down. So great job on the heavy package.
Ball is now on the, Friendswood 33. And Kingwood Park's now going to take a timeout. So 4:22 left here in the third. Timeout, Kingwood Park. Friendswood on top, 21-7.
And your varsity Mustangs are down 6 points with just a few ticks on the clock. I'm going to try to get the final score in the game is over. And, you know, basketball is one of those things. You have new people coming in. I know different guys coming in, either moving in or getting back on the team. They got to move those guys varsity, JV, sophomore, where they're going to put them. And it's going to take a few weeks for everybody to kind of get in the flow of playing with each other. It's such a movement offense. It looks like the final score here from the investigative reporter Garrison Fritz.
Oh, yeah.
A low-scoring game, 48-40.
That is a low-scoring game. Like I said, both teams trying to get their feet under them, early in the season.
Absolutely. But I know there's things that Coach Marburger, he'll be working on once he sees that first game. So there'll be some adjustments made on that as well. I'm looking forward to the season.
Well, back to live action here. 4:22 left here in the third. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Gurdon, looking for the screen, was not able to get it, and we're going to have a tackle for a loss. The pass is complete. That goes to Noah Palitz. Basically, be a 5-yard loss. The Panthers sniffed out the screen. And now we have a 2nd down and 15. And this is a different Kingwood Park team. Yet I'm impressed with their effort here in the second half. Lesser teams will shut it down. They have not. More pressure again. Gurdon gets rid of it. Caught.
There it is, Cooksey.
25-20, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Gurdon takes a big shot in the back. Cooksey, though, with a nice catch.
That was a great catch, and as soon as he caught it, he did a left side curl right around there towards the inside, and he turned that up for the guy about 4 extra yards on that. Great play. And we were mentioning earlier, just another receiver that Friendswood Mustangs have they can throw to. It's just a litany of guys that Gurdon can pick from.
We're going to have Massey come in and give, we're going to have Christian Lee in now at quarterback as we're going to run some Wildcat. Gurdon gets a breather, did come up a little shaky that time, but definitely on his own power. But I like this call right here. Give Christian Lee a chance back there in the Wildcat. And we're going to have a penalty. And that's a delay of game as it took a while to get the personnel in there. So that'll back Friendswood up 5 now. 3:13 left here in the 3rd quarter. Friendswood on top 21-7. Again, we've seen this Wildcat or Wild Mustang. I don't know if you got a special name for it or not. Aren't all Mustangs a little wild, though?
They are. That is the essence of a Mustang, absolutely. Probably not going to change the play call, though, as the Mustangs go for this.
Haynes goes in motion. Lee falls around the left side, 20, 15. Puts his head down again. My goodness. And you said earlier, one man's not going to get it. Now, Kingwood Park says they got the football. The referee says you don't. You're down.
And their word is gold.
Yes. So Christian Lee on that 1st and 15 gets about 9 on the carry. And that's bring up now a 2nd down and 6.
Looks like Marshall Oldham has chatted in saying that now the Lady Mustangs have a 20-21 lead in the 4th set.
There you go. And that could be it if they can hang on to this one. Lee in the backfield, trips formation, right side. Lee around the right side, cuts it up, looking to run. Does not go anywhere. Give him a yard on that carry. It's now a 3rd down and 5 at the 10 for the Mustangs.
It was a good tackle by 36, Christian Lear, that linebacker there. Nice tackle.
Lear's had a nice game.
Yep.
Payless come back in. Lee comes out. Haynes comes out. Gurdon back in at quarterback now for this big, crucial 3rd down and 5 play. 14-point lead does not seem like a very big cushion in this ball game. You still got a whole quarter and a minute 30 left. Gurdon back to pass. Looking in the corner of the end zone.
What a catch.
Caught. Touchdown.
Dawson Johnson,
Johnson,
number 4.
Beautiful catch. Gurdon, you couldn't have placed that any better.
Just when you thought they could run out of real estate, that ball just comes floating down. Dawson Johnson drags those feet. What a great play.
Outstanding.
As Coach Koopman gives Luke Gurdon a big old hug and pats him on the helmet.
Gurdon comes off the field. He was shaking up.
Yes, sir.
You know, he comes off on his own. You run a few Wildcat plays, give Gurdon a chance to catch his breath again. And, just come back in and throw a touchdown strike in the corner of the end zone. Looking like that's like a Tom Brady shot right there in the corner of the end zone. A bad snap. Payless running for his life. Throws the ball in the end zone. Incomplete. Nice effort. Good save by Noah Payless right there. And we got an update. Lady Mustangs just won the ball game. We're going to get the verification from our man in the booth. Colleen Williams says it's official. When Jacob LaRue says it's official, I know it's official. It's official. We've got an official. Lady Mustangs continue to roll. Thank you, Mr. Odom, for that official call as well. Lady Mustangs going to the regional finals. That's what you like to see. And you hear from the public address announcer, Tony Hopkins, they will face the Manville Mavericks next. I believe that game will be tomorrow from Del Mar Stadium. Lady Mustangs win. Friendswood Mustangs on top, 27-7 here.
We needed that drive right there.
That was huge.
We stalled a couple times. We get down there on the 3rd down. We don't convert it. Big play by Reed Cooksey. We try to go Wildcat, doesn't work out. Great throw by Luke Gurdon to give us a little bit more cushion. So
and just what the gutsy performance by Luke Gurdon to come back in after being shaken up to throw a strike. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh! Give me a name.
And the ball comes loose.
The ball's loose on the return.
That was Dawson Johnson.
My goodness.
My goodness.
Dawson Johnson just scores a 6. He's not done out there. The ball was recovered by Kingwood Park. You thought about putting that man on some defense?
Oh, my goodness. There are teeth chattering right now. My goodness, what a lay of the wood there for Dawson Johnson. And we mentioned before, he's not very tall, but the boy is thick. He's working on his body.
My goodness.
He is absolutely ripped up. He blocks through those blocks, through the whistle there when he's on offense. Great job. I know how hard he works. Got a great family, great sister. I had her back in the day, his mom and dad. Great people. Good job, Dawson.
Double formation now for Kingwood Park. Single back is Acosta. Dazelle, keeper, left side, trying to find some run room. And all of a sudden, ball's loose! Ball's loose! Jackson Stevens, hang on to that football, young man. That is a recovery for the Mustangs. Jackson Stevens is not going to let that ball go.
And Bryant Wade came up to make the hit on that. As soon as he hit him, he squeezed the ball out, and then Jackson Stevens jumps on it. Great job, Bryant Wade.
And I tell you what, they were feeding off the Johnson blast from the kick return. Mustangs, now they're cooking balls on the 22-yard line of the Panthers. Any momentum Kingwood Park thought they had is gone.
Absolutely.
Friendswood in control now, 27-7, 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Trips to the left, single receiver lead to the right. Do you go for the quick strike here? Gurdon with Tomko, I believe, in the backfield. Yes, Joey Tomko offset to the left.
Let's go Kovacevic over the middle, the gut route.
Gurdon, handoff. Tomko, right side, nowhere to go. He's brought down for a loss. Number 42 for the, that's Grant Golden for the Panthers. Second down and long now for the Mustangs. Again, appreciate everyone listening in tonight on MCS Sports. Got a good crowd listening now that volleyball game's over. Hope we get a few more of them lady volleyballers on the way back. Listen in as you got a good one right here from Henry Winston. Last home game for these seniors. Screen set up, caught, dropped immediately by number 15, Logan Mackert. That was Tomko on the reception. And that's going to bring it back now for a third and forever, third about 18.
And, you know, they're bringing that knockbacker right up the gut. We really haven't had an answer for that much tonight. We got to pick that guy up. He's a little delay, waiting, pausing, and come to the middle. And that's really kind of giving Friendswood some problems when they bring him up the gut like that.
Well, Friendswood's going to let the clock run out. It is the fourth quarter. The score right now, Friendswood 27, Kingwood Park 7. Cody, can I come down to you for a second, please, sir?
You can, sir. I'm here with Caleb Torres, and I'm going to ask him not really a football-related question, but if he was a superhero, what superhero would he be?
I would be Batman, because he worked really hard. Now he's a really cool guy.
You love to hear it.
You cannot get commentary like that anywhere else but MCS Sports. You give Cody Hobbs a mic, you never know what's going to happen. Great job, Cody. And if those of y'all have been listening to us all season, our on-field reporter, Cody, was with us from the very start of the season. He'll remind you, by the way, the Mustangs were 3-0 in his time there. He'll let you know that, and he already let Coach Cooper know that earlier. We had, we were getting our feet underneath us to begin the year. We had some technical issues. Cody persevered like the field general he is down there, and now he is getting reports like that.
Insight like no other.
I mean.
And really all the kids that have been here worked with us this year have done a great job.
Absolutely.
We got the guys here sitting on the computer, Jacob LaRue, all the reporters. They've done a great job this year. Madison Bodie. It's been great. Erica Sykes. I about
Maya. We've had a great group for sure.
Absolutely.
Gurdon looking for it all. Got a man across the middle. Caught. First down.
Christian Lee.
Got to be a Christian Lee side, and it is. We just heard from Batman. Christian Lee goes up like Superman right there.
Well, there's 3 guys on top of him, so you know it had to be Christian Lee because he can't take him down one-on-one.
27-7, Mustangs on top, looking for more. They're looking to send this thing away and send Kingwood Park packing and going back to the northeast side of town. 27-7. Can you make it 34? Ball's on the 10-yard line going in. Gurdon, one man in the backfield. Twin receivers to the left. Tight formation to the right. Gurdon rolling for his life. He's going to have to throw that ball out of bounds. Smart decision by Gurdon. Ball is spotted just at the 10. They cannot get a first before they go in. They are in that hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Gurdon, he can do some magic here.
He's had a good amount of time, except for that Mike Backer who's blitzing up the middle. He's had a lot of time tonight. The O-line's done a great job of giving him that time. He's been patient with the ball, trying to check down to his different routes. And, yes, Miss Hope Bailey, it is a great night to be a Mustang.
Yes, it's always a great night to be a Mustang, but tonight, extra special so far. See if we can keep it up. Gurdon, strike, touchdown. John McCabe with the 6. He pushed him down in the end zone. He lost the ball in the end zone, but it doesn't matter because McCabe got 6.
And that was just a quick strike route. All that was off the line, 2 feet veer in. Luke took a 3-step drop, fired that ball in to McCabe. That's almost indefensible because they don't know where it's coming. It's a quick strike. Great job. And that shows you the difference. The last touchdown, Luke Gurdon lofted it up. This one is a rocket, absolutely a rocket bullet in there to McCabe. So he's got the full package. All these guys are scoring. Great job. And, again, get about to be 34-7 for the Mustangs with 11:19 left in the fourth.
You start making those reservations next Saturday night very soon.
They fumbled it again.
Got to hang on, though. That special teams 2 times in a row. They've had a bad connection with the center and the holder.
Now, those are going to be, I know it's foreshadowing, but as we keep going on in the playoffs, little plays like that are going to be important.
I talked a few years ago when we beat Summer Creek.
Because
I was on the mic with Justin Lowe, and we called that game. And I know it's so funny. When that play happened, all they got to do is kick a – I mean, that was it.
That's it.
And the ball game's over. And you see that happen, and you kind of lose your mind because a play like that shouldn't happen, but it does. You're dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids. Sometimes things are going to happen. They happen when you're 49, too.
Yes, sir. Thanks for telling everybody my age. I appreciate it. I think that was Ben Redding's senior year. Was that correct? Because I remember I thought I saw a video from his mom, Kristen, and the reaction of the boys. They're sitting on their helmets. They're sitting on a knee. They got the helmet down on the grass, thinking their season's over. And when he missed that, they went crazy.
Sure.
I mean, their feelings, their emotion had to go from total despair to complete jubilation.
So a great example again, too, of game's never over. In Kingwood Park right now, you're down 33-7. That hole is deep. But I promise you, the way they came out in the second half, they're going to come out fighting until the very end of this ball game. The return goes to the 26-yard line. And Friendswood's fans got a few starting to dial out. I kind of hate to see that, but if you're leaving,
check us out on the radio.
You know where to hear it. We'll be here until the last buzzer sounds. 11:13 left here. 33-7 is the score. Kingwood Park football. Ball on their own 26-yard line, moving left to right. Mary Reinhardt, hope you're listening tonight. If you are, feel free to shout us out anytime. Super fan of the Friendswood Mustangs. 11:13 left here in the ball game. Doubles formation. Fake the handoff to Acosta. Adrian with the reception. Going to be run out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Again, Kanan Adrian, he is the main target for Hudson Dazelle tonight. Senior season for Mr. Adrian. Nice to end the year in the playoffs. Unfortunately for him, it looks like if all things stay the same, this will be it for them. 3 years straight, 1 round and done for the Kingwood Park Panthers. Pressure from Reyes, left side. Dazelle rolls to his right, also being chased by Helton. He throws it out of bounds. Good pressure by Helton and, again, Reyes on that backside. 11 minutes left as the clock stops.
Yeah, great job by our DBs there, keeping the receivers in front of him, kind of shutting them down. Nowhere for him to go on that, had to throw that away. Big shout-out to my buddy John Hoke, who texted me earlier and said that he thinks we might have found our second careers. Thank you very much, John. ESPN's not calling anytime soon, though, I don't think.
My phone's always on.
Absolutely.
3rd and 5 now. Pressure, backside. Oh, he gets it off. Throws it out of bounds.
That was, again, 44, Ryan Helton busting through the line.
Great job. Just a little outside pressure, and Helton use that speed, and nothing Dazelle can do but throw that thing away. 4th down and 5 now for the Panthers. They will kick this thing away. I got to think when Friendswood gets the ball back, we'll see a heavy dose of run offense like we saw in that first quarter. Let some time get off this clock, get everybody healthy off the field, and get ready for 6 o'clock next Saturday night from NRG Stadium.
Oh, they faked
and
it.
It's going to be a fake, and it's not going to fool anybody. Little dirtiness right there.
Yes.
I don't like to see that from Kingwood Park. Just frustration by that young man.
And no flag, and the coaches are going crazy.
Well, sure.
Why they didn't call that.
Talk about a horse collar.
Yeah, it looked like he threw down Ron Parks. I believe it's 32. Hard to see that. That was just a frustration play on the Kingwood Park guys when they didn't get that fourth down conversion.
You're down 33-7 going forward on your own 20-something. You're frustrated, and now you're more frustrated because you're 30 yards away from the Mustangs putting a 40 spot on you.
I think Miss Reinhardt might have commented there, Mr. Lowe. You might need to take a look at it.
Miss Reinhardt, thank you so much. We are so glad you're listening. Thank you so much. And, boy, it's been a good one tonight. Hope you can listen next Saturday night, too. You know where to find us. Twin receivers to the right. Gurdon, pump. Once, twice, got a man across the middle. Caught, almost lost his helmet. Is that Dawson?
It is Dawson Johnson.
Johnson.
4, yes, sir. Looked like Gurdon was going to go quickly out there to Christian Lee, pulled it back, saw Dawson cross the middle, hit him again. Again, he's had great time. His second check down. Luke has done a really good job, not just tonight, but this year with, again, those second and third reads. I've been very impressed with him. Very impressed with him in his junior year.
Jared Veach comes in the ball game now, Mr. Downfield runner himself. Twin receivers to the right, got a little movement. There's the flag. Yeah, inside receiver got a little jumpy right there.
Yes, and I love the way when you see Jared Veach run, how he holds that ball. It is up, it is tight. He's got it in his elbow. He's got the other point over his hands over the other point, and it's up by his chest, up by his top shoulder pad. He's not going to fumble that ball. I love the way he runs with it, nice and hard. Good job to have him.
And
back.
He takes no false steps either. I mean, he just goes boom, boom downfield. He was already going. He was 3 yards in behind the line of scrimmage before they made that call. But it was a false start for the Friendswood Mustangs. 9:58 now and counting. Friendswood up 33-7. Twins to the left side. Gurdon with Veach. Gurdon back to pass. Looking for the screen to Veach. He's going to throw it away as they're going to get pressured. Kingwood Park continues to put that strong pressure on Luke Gurdon here this second half.
Yeah, trying to disrupt them right there. We go back and mention our three-headed monster at running back. Imagine a defense trying to get ready for Palitz with the vision, the patience to cut. Then you come out, you got Tomko, who can run the wheel route, as we've seen right now, and catch a great catch out of bounds like Willie Mays Hayes, as we said. Then you turn around, and you got Jared Veach, a hard downhill runner who's going to smack you in the mouth and take two guys with you. It's hard to defend that. All these three guys are different, and they're all very much a part of this Friendswood offense.
Veach comes out of the game right now. Palitz back in for this third down play, 3rd and 11 for the Mustangs. Gurdon back to pass. He's looking for it all. Got McCabe, and it is incomplete. A lot of hand fighting right there between McCabe and the DB. No flag. It is incomplete.
That would have been an amazing catch. He'd have made that
That was a tough one.
That would have been a tough catch.
Gurdon, though, had the ball where he wanted to go, where only McCabe could make that catch. Quick update, 4th quarter score, Foster on top of New Caney, 24-21. And Shadow Creek goes without saying, on top of Memorial, 35-7. Every prognosticator on the cross state has had Shadow Creek going from our region. No surprise. Screen on 4th down. Caught.
What a move.
First down. Friendswood Mustangs. That's Jared Veach. It's got to be a Veach.
Oh, it was Noah Palitz.
That's Palitz. I tell you what, Coach Palitz has run the ball so hard tonight that he's confused me a few times. I mean, again, had a great season. But Palitz, he caught that screen and put his head down for the last 7 yards. That's a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They are inside that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. Well, they're looking for more.
Yeah, and in that Shadow Creek game, he got a little hit pretty hard there. Maybe it's been a couple games for him to come back. But, man, he is running so hard tonight.
Yes.
He's got to be 100% now. He's doing a great job.
Wildcat, Lee,
Bouncing
keeper,
outside.
15-10. You're not going to touch him. He hurdles the last man just for fun. Touchdown, Christian Lee.
A nice vision to give by number 6 there. He looked like he was going to go up the gut, bounce it outside,
man.
saw some green grass, and next thing you know, give number 6, give him 6.
Absolutely. That wild Stang offense for the Mustangs puts them 39. We're an extra point away, and I'm not going to look, I don't know what's going to happen on this extra point right here. We've had 2 in a row that have been flubs. It'd be nice to get just one good one right here. Ball is down, kick is up, it's good. Friendswood on top of Kingwood Park, 40-7. Can we find Cody Hobbs, do you think? I mean, no one's got to be happy right now than Cody.
I am very happy.
Cody, where are you right now, Cody?
I am in the student section.
Oh, Cody.
And kids are yelling my name.
Cody, do you have anybody you can talk to right now?
I have a G sign. How'd you get the G sign?
I found it on the ground.
That's great.
And they call me the G.
No way.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's Katie.
Well, Cody, that was wonderful. And tell the G, thank you for listening to us and being a part of this game. The G has got to be excited. All Friendswood Mustang fans are excited. Folks, you are 9 minutes away from a big matchup next Saturday night at NRG versus Cedar Park. Cedar Park, again, last night won their first round game 49-10 over McCallum. Cedar Park, no stranger to the state playoffs. They've been to the state finals. They've been to the regional finals. And they're rolling to Houston next Saturday night, looking to face your Friendswood Mustangs, 6 o'clock right here on MCS Sports. The kickoff goes to the 10. It will be returned 15, 20, tripped up to about the 23-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start this drive.
Yeah, initially tripped up by Dawson Johnson, getting some extra time there on special teams, trying to contribute any and everywhere that he can, and why wouldn't you let him?
Absolutely.
Quality player like that.
Again, Shadow Creek up now 42-7. Right now we're looking at a clean sweep. If Foster can hang on, 24-21 at New Caney. Tomorrow, Hightower travels to Humble at Randall Reed Stadium to play the Porter Spartans at 1 o'clock. Kickoff for Hightower. See if they can keep that sweep alive. Doubles formation. Little hitch and go. That ball is going to be caught by number 13, John Golden. That is caught at the 45-yard line of Kingwood Park. First real positivity for the Panthers here, unfortunately for them, in the second half.
Yeah, they're trying to get a hurry-up offense. I don't know it's going to make much difference down 33 with 8 minutes to go, but they're trying to get to the line quick, try to get a playoff here as they get to midfield.
Trips formation to the right, single receiver to the left. Quarterback back to pass, caught, 50. Nice little pitch and catch from Dizelle. But number 10 on that reception, Kramer Branscombe. Just inside Friendswood territory now at the 49-yard line. Wholesale substitutions for the Mustangs. They're getting some guys back in the game. Second down and short now. Dizelle, keeper, runs for enough for a first down. Give that man the 42-yard line of Friendswood.
Yeah, looks like we got number 9, Grayson Merritt in the game. 32, Ryan Parks. 88, Britton Merritt getting in the game. A sophomore who's on JV this year. Number 88 is playing middle linebacker. Get him some minutes.
And Grayson Merritt just coming off a scholar athlete banquet. Congratulations to that young man. Little wheel route out of the backfield with Acosta. And Dizelle's just going to throw that thing out of bounds.
I believe Grayson Merritt was actually looking at going to Vanderbilt at one time. I was talking to his dad. Quality Tennessee school. You know, I'm a little biased on that area of the country, as you are as well with Justin working there at Austin.
Absolutely.
You visit, you don't want to come back home, do you?
It's tough. I come back for these Friendswood games.
Absolutely. But yeah, we got some of the guys in there in the game. Good to get them some reps here as this game is going to be pretty much out of hand.
2nd and 10. Pass out to Acosta. Acosta is going to be brought down
by number 88. There he is.
Well,
Britton Merritt.
Britton Merritt, sophomore, very nice. I'd like to see a great opportunity here for these young men, as you just said. 3rd down now and 6 for the Panthers. 7:19 left here in this one.
And actually, Britton's dad is the one that gives us the stats. Right? He's our stat guy each and every week. So big shout out to my man John Merritt. So good to see Britton and Grayson. It's probably a pretty good thing to see Britton and Grayson, both his sons playing on the field at the same time. That's got to be a thrill for them.
Trips formation, right side, Kingwood Park. Dazelle going back to the left. He's going forward. Oh, got a man.
Did he catch
it?
He sure did.
At the 1. Well, like I say, got to the 2. And that is a catch. They are saying it's complete. 6:53. They are on the 2-yard line. Kingwood Park not going away. Down 40-7. They got a long way to go to climb back in, but they're not stopping the climb. Handoff. Acosta, right side, goes in untouched until the very end. And that is 6 points for the Kingwood Park Panthers. 40-12. 6:38 left here in this ball game. Kingwood Park does get a few more points. Excuse me, 40-13. Excuse me. And Kingwood Park, you got to match the coach to come out. If they get this extra point, go for onside kick. Coach Maples has shown he's not going to go away easily. The kick is up. The kick is good. So the score is 40.
Yeah, I'm sure
14.
I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sure Friendswood will have their hands team there up front, making sure there's nothing kind of trying to trick us there. Yeah, we got Roney in there on the kickoff, on the kick return. I'm sorry, Payless looks like he's going in. So, yeah, Dawson Johnson. Got our hands team in there. Hopefully they won't fumble this. Hate to say insurmountable lead with 6:38, but Friendswood will get it. I'm sure there'll be a heavy dose of running backs here to just kill that clock.
Absolutely.
Try to get as much as they can and try to seal this.
And Coach, what another good opportunity to bring up the fact that when you have a 3-headed monster running back, you can just keep rotating quality backs in.
Absolutely. And they don't get as tired either. They're not worn down.
And they all have experience. You're not putting guys in like we just on the defense, and that's not like I'm glad these guys are getting playing time, and they should be right now.
Right.
But you're getting guys in there with quality varsity snaps.
Absolutely. This got to take care of the football here as we wind this game down here again with 6:38 in the fourth quarter. Still got a lot of listeners out there listening to us, even though the game's out of reach. We're very grateful and thankful.
There's the onside kick to the left side. It is swallowed up. Veach. Jared Veach with the hands. Oh, is that Veach?
No, that's number 27, Elliott Taylor in there. Not
Elliott Taylor. I thought.
Way to go, Mr. Taylor.
Absolutely. And a big pickup for that young man right there, as Friendswood now has the ball on the 50, up 26, and 6:38 left to go. And again, like you said, it's heavy dose of running time right here.
And you know that the Coach Koopman has the JV blue team dressing out tonight. You never know when these guys are going to push into service or get a chance like tonight to get some reps in.
Garden handoff up the middle. Going to go for about 2, maybe 3. Key here, Coach, hang on to that football.
Absolutely. They're going to keep their main line in so they can make sure they get some penetration, try to get a first down or 2 if we can, eat more time off that clock.
And Beach is the back right now, and that's what you want to see, the head down, straight ahead runner.
Holding that ball high and tight. It doesn't say on the score how many timeouts, but I think they have 2 timeouts left in this ball game for the Kingwood Park, I believe.
Ball is spot on the Panther 48-yard line. Again, Veach offset to Garden's right. Twin receivers to the left side.
A little false start by the Mustangs, it looks like.
Don't need anything like that right now when you're trying to run some clock down. 5:56 left here.
And that's Elliott Taylor. He was listed up. He was set up as a tight end. He kind of punched himself in the chest, but you really can't get onto him too much. He had that much time in a game time situation to practice it. So thank you for getting that onside kick, Elliott. Don't beat yourself too much over it and move on to the next play, son. You're going to do fine.
Garden, 2, Veach runs around the left side, find a little seam, going to pick up about 7 on that. Gets it down back into Panther territory to the 46-yard line. 5:35 and counting. Right now, that's the biggest thing on the scoreboard is that clock. Friendswood 5:30 from NRG and Cedar Park next Saturday night. And Kingwood Park, great season, back to the playoffs. But again, 3 straight years now where they will go one and done in the playoffs. But for Friendswood, after that 1-year hiatus, they're back and they're making their presence felt.
Oh, look at Jared Veach.
Veach around the right side. He should have been stopped 3 yards ago.
Just a bulldozer. He is just absolutely bulldozing people over. Like you said, he should have been stopped at the 45-yard line. He got 3 more yards after that.
Well, it's going to be a 4th and 2, and I got to think Coach Cooper's going to let this play clock go down.
Yep.
You know, call a timeout. I think he's thinking punt. I don't know, Coach. You just go for it, run for 2, and then get you a fresh set of downs. I don't know right now if field positions is that important this time of the game. Now, Coach Cooper knows a lot more about it than I do,
Absolutely.
so I'm going to let him.
Absolutely. He's done this a few more years, and I'm going to call a timeout and talk about it, probably with the OC. But even if we punt it, say it goes in the end zone, the negligible yards is going to be what, 17 yards difference?
It's 17-yard difference,
so,
exactly.
I would probably go for this on the 4th down, not worry about it, try to get the power package in there so they can get a couple yards here on a big push. But, you mentioned NRG. I have had a chance to go up there a couple years ago, drive the bus for the teams. It's just a fun experience to get out there, see where the pro guys play. I know the field's exactly the same size, but when you're surrounded by all that equipment and the stadium and the fans, it looks 10 times bigger, and it's a fun place to go. If you have a chance next Saturday night, it's a fun place to go. I'm looking forward to going down there calling the game.
Because you know what's not the same size? Their press box. I'm going to shout that out as a selfish broadcaster. It's not the same. I've done a game there, and it's phenomenal.
I'm sure it is.
Anyway, you're in for a treat.
I am looking forward to it. That's going to be a lot of fun. But it's not about me and you, Kurt.
Oh, no. No, this is during the timeouts only. Absolutely not.
Oh, this has been fun.
Friendswood is going to go for it. Coach Cooper, I'm glad you and I are on the same page there. Gurdon, quick pass out, caught.
Dawson Johnson.
Now that I did not see, though.
I did not see that.
I like the call. Johnson gets the first down. You had a target on Veach's back, and so Gurdon says, "I got a pretty good arm myself." Throw to Johnson. That's a first down, a fresh set of downs. That's what you want to see. 4-17 and counting.
Well, when you're leading the district in the completion percentage, go right ahead. Now, Gurdon comes out of the game. Senior Garrett Massey, number 18, enters the game. Probably going to command us now for the next 4+ minutes. Great job by Garrett Massey. I had him in Class 2 back in 7th grade. Good young man, smart. Has worked hard this year.
Massey has a little trouble with the snap. Now he's going to scramble and go down.
Hands are probably a little cold out there.
Oh, no, absolutely. And Cody, hey, I want to come down to Cody Hobbs one more time here before we wrap this thing up. We got 3:43 left here in the ball game. Cody, what do you think? Give me your thoughts about this ball game tonight.
It got out of hand quick. I'm trying to interview people, but no one wants to be interviewed. They're all like, no.
Well, Cody, you just got to let them know it's just going to be fine. We're all friends here on MCS Sports.
Yeah.
Well, Cody, hey, listen, thank you so much. You did a great job tonight. Your interview with Coach Cooper at halftime was phenomenal, and we appreciate having you. I hope we're going to see you down there again this year.
Oh, it was great. I loved doing it. Looking forward to it.
Again, that was Cody Hobbs. Cody, come get warm now. You've done a great job tonight. Clock rolls, 3:04 left here. Veach with a carry on the left side. And I tell you what, I love the job Cody has done for us early in the season when things didn't go right on our end.
He just rolls with it.
He rolls with it. He has got the patience of Job. He and I are on opposite ends of the spectrum on patience, and I love him for that. 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Just under 2.5 minutes left here in this one. Again, Friendswood volleyball girls took the win tonight over Rouse. They will play Manville tomorrow for the regional finals, a chance to go to the state tournament. And Friendswood boys trying to do the exact same thing, trying to make it down to the 2nd round. Appreciate everyone listening in tonight. Had a great listenership. We expect to have more. Next Friday is the last day of school before the Thanksgiving holiday, so a lot of students and parents out for that break. You know where to hear the Mustangs here next Saturday night, and it's going to be a good one. Magic can happen next Saturday night at NRG. Friendswood's had some good games there. Looking forward to that one as well. 2:13 left. Massey fakes the handoff, rolls to the left side, almost gets out of bounds. The official says, nah, you're good.
We're going to roll that clock.
Roll that clock indeed.
And, I got to be remiss if I didn't mention also the junior high basketball season is getting hot and heavy. We're getting ready to start that. The teams have been selected. I'm not sure about the boys' side if they've got A and B all picked out. I know the girls' side we haven't got that, but the final cuts have been made. It's going to be an exciting season down there for the basketball program. We don't charge. So if you want to come out on a Wednesday or a Thursday night, you can always go to the website, check the schedule, come out to watch some exciting basketball. You've got 7th grade, 8th grade boys. You got 7th grade, 8th grade girls. I know the coaches that I work with do a great job of getting these kids prepared for the high school level. Real proud of Coach McKeel, Coach Hollier, Coach Best, and Coach Virial on the boys' side. And, of course, on my side, the girls' side, it's Coach Davila, myself, Coach McGee, and, of course, Coach Myrick. So we got 8 of us there working hard for the kids. We got some new uniforms. We just got some exciting stuff going on there at the junior high. So come on out. Tell them Coach Fritz sent you.
Absolutely. Wow. That public service address announcement brought to you by Coach Josh Fritz of the Friendswood Junior High Mustangs. So, no doubt. It's so exciting. It's fun to see the future of our programs up there. And, man, it's like I said before, it's a fun time of year. Make sure y'all follow along with the Lady Mustangs tomorrow on Twitter to see how that volleyball team does. Or, hey, take a little Saturday afternoon trip out to Del Mar to watch that game. Again, for the Friendswood Mustangs football team, next Saturday night, 6 p.m. from NRG. If you can't make it out because you're going to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving, you can hear us on MCS Sports. We will be here calling what we hope and anticipate is a great matchup. They got a heck of a matchup with Cedar Park, a team that is, again, known throughout the state playoffs. Gurdon's punt, boy, they're bringing it. He slips. That was not Gerd. Was that? We'll see who kicked that. But who was that, Coach?
It's number 29, but he is not listed, so he must be one of the JV blue players.
I agree with you there. He saw the pressure of a lot of varsity players, gets it off. He does get it off, has a little slippage there at midfield. The Mustang must be slick. But regardless, 1:22 left. Kingwood Park, ball is on their own 22. We're ready to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, and some of the coaches and players are kind of razzing him about it, but that's just part of things that happen.
Sure.
He wanted to get that kick off quick and not get it blocked. That probably his first attempt at the varsity level. So good to kick. I'm not sure who it is. I wish I had his name, but number 29, you go, young man.
Hey,
you go.
The future, maybe our future punter.
Yes, sir.
We'll get your name out a lot next year. Kingwood Park, last series of the game for them. And while we're wrapping this thing up, we'll get this play off. Got to imagine Adrian. Yes, it is Adrian around on the end around. Senior receiver. Going to go out with a couple of more carries. Kanan Adrian is. 2nd down and 9 as he picks up 1. And a lot of JV blue in there right now. 1 minute and counting. Friendswood 1 minute away from the second round of the playoffs.
And you know the coaches have to feel great after last year's absence for the playoffs, just getting that first round under their belt. Looking forward to going to NRG next week. Kind of a sigh of relief, but then again, a lot of work to be had this week as they try to share a few things, probably add a few wrinkles that they haven't done all season that they maybe have saved or maybe have come up with. Seen some changes they want to make on their offense, which, again, we saw some tonight. Gurdon spreading the ball around, got those slant patterns and, of course, those cross patterns. So I'm looking forward to see what they have in their mix and up their sleeves.
Final play coming up now for Kingwood Park. Milton Kirkwood, appreciate you listening tonight. Appreciate all our listeners. Jeep Turner, love the name. Tony Ford, Marshall Odom, Miss Reinhardt, Miss Williams, everyone tonight. Thank y'all so much for listening. Please tell your friends. This is where it's at. You're not going to get any better commentary and on-field commentary, too, like you do from MCS Sports. Next week, we're going to have Madison Bodie back with us on the field.
Madison.
For Cody Hobbs tonight. That's all she wrote from Henry Winston Stadium. Final score, your Friendswood Mustangs. I've still got chills. 40-14 over the Kingwood Park Panthers. What a great night to be a Mustang, and it's going to be a great one next Saturday night. Jacob LaRue, thank you so much for what you do to get us on the air, keeping us updated. What a fun night it was, but it's going to be better next Saturday. Coach Fritz, we hope you're here for the whole game next Saturday.
Yes, sir. I intend on being here the whole game. That's the plan anyway.
You do what you got to do. But I tell you what, always a joy to do this with you.
Yes, sir.
Man, that was a great game tonight. Final score here from Henry Winston. Seniors, by the way, great job. Your last game here at Henry Winston. What a way to go out. Final score, Friendswood 40, Kingwood Park 14. We'll see y'all next Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Have a great weekend.